history, athletes have pushed themselves to the brink both physically and mentally to achieve victory in sport. Today, two teams will go head-to-head and play harder than they ever have before. It's the Wipeout Bowl, cheerleaders versus couch potatoes. The stage is set, and on today's special episode, it's the ultimate throwdown as cheerleaders take on couch potatoes on an all-new course. There will be breathtaking spills, spectacular tumbles, and catastrophic falls. Which team will emerge victorious, and who will wipe out? Hey there, guys and gals. I'm John Anderson.
And I'm John Henson. You know, John, it's moments like this when I remember why I got into pro football commentary to begin with.
That why you're wearing the headset?
Yeah, I kept it from my job at the drive-thru. Looks good, though, right?
Howard Cosell would be proud.
What?
Howard Cosell. He'd be proud.
Thanks.
Now let's get down to business. Today's a very special day. We have an all-new course and a guest sideline reporter, Pro Football Hall of Famer Michael Irvin. He'll be with our co-host Jill Wagner today.
Welcome, Michael.
Hey, thank you guys for having me, man. I'm excited to be here. You know, I'm a big fan. I love the show, and I'm ready to see it.
And we'll have many more special football guests dropping by as well.
Not to mention 24 couch potatoes and cheerleaders who are going to be fighting it out for 50 grand.
But before anyone can walk away with that 50 large, they have to complete our all-new, and for this week, all-football Wipeout qualifier. First, we have the heavy bag run. Then we have the big balls, featuring our linebacker motivator.
If our contestants hesitate, he will have to motivate.
The 10-yard dash, where quarterbacks throw paint-soaked footballs at our contestants. And finally, our bouncy football bridge to finish the course. Now, let's get right to the top of the course, where we have a cheerleader ready to go. This is Keely Bledsoe, and earlier she spoke with Jill.
All right, thanks, guys. Now, what's some of your skill sets? What do you think you can do that are going to win you the game?
I'm fast and I'm blonde, so that always helps.
It does always help to be blonde.
Well, she better be fast. Only the top 6 cheerleaders, top 6 couch potatoes, move on to our next round.
All right, Blondie bouncing her way over to our first obstacle, the heavy bag run.
Well, she has to cross to the other side of the platform while avoiding those bags.
Oh, they sent Keely into the mud and back to her roots, John.
That was a good wipeout.
That was a good wipeout in the mud.
That's right, Michael. Women pay good money for hair coloring. And on Wipeout, it also costs an arm and a leg.
Keely up now and on her way to our second obstacle, the special edition big balls. And on her way there, she gets a little encouragement from the Wipeout marching band. Very nice. And she's going to need it because up at the top's our motivator. Wait too long, he'll motivate you with a sack in the back.
Shocker, Blondie walks right past the bouncer and gets a free drink.
All right, here comes Speedy Blunzales to the 10-yard dash. She's got to get to the other side while withstanding a barrage of paint-soaked Nerf footballs hurled by our quarterbacks.
Hey, maybe these guys like blonde. Or maybe not. Oh, my goodness, she suffered a head injury.
Nope, just paint. Maybe our quarterbacks prefer redheads.
And our mascot, Ballsy, prefers brunettes. Look at him, John, giving Jill a hug. That's ballsy.
Last obstacle, the bouncy football bridge. If she crosses successfully, she'll stop the clock. Now, if she goes for a swim, she has to make it to this couch to finish her run.
Here goes Blondie. Oh, she went from legally blonde to legally blind.
Blondie racking up a time of 3 minutes, 23 seconds flat. Let's see how she stacks up against our first couch potato of the day. This is Jordan Anderson, the manager of a bowling alley.
Manager of a bowling alley, huh? He's probably pretty athletic. Here comes Air Jordan.
Oh, thank you very much. Troubling. Can't seem to get past the ramp. This is one slow couch potato.
I've seen actual potatoes that move faster than this guy.
Jordan finally up, plodding along to our first obstacle, the heavy bag run. And showing surprising balance.
Oh, potato skin. Pace yourself, Irvin. You're going to be seeing that kind of thing all day.
All right, second try, Jordan running the option. Maybe you should have gone with the other option, huh?
See, it's not easy, is it?
One man's tragedy is Michael Irvin's comedy. He's on his way to the big balls, and if it's one thing a couch potato needs, it's motivating. Little hesitation. Motivation!
Let's see that again in our all-new super slow-mo cam.
Ooh, I think that might be a concussion.
He's gonna be okay.
No, I'm talking about the big ball.
I'm coming for you, Wipeout.
Just as soon as I finish my beer lunges.
I don't know, Johnny. It seems to me that our Wipeout bowl is beating down our couch potatoes.
Yeah, but the cheerleaders don't seem to be faring better at the moment.
Jill, who's next?
All right, guys, I'm down here with hot dogs, potato chips, and I have a cheerleader, Shawnee Acorn. So what brings you to Wipeout, Shawnee?
I just got engaged to my fiance. I need the money. I need a wedding to pay for. Woo! I'm gonna win this. Oh, gotta have the wieners. Gotta have the wieners involved. I'm gonna.
She had me at Wieners.
Everybody's a wiener on this show.
Oh!
Take a look at number 50. God just knocked her senseless.
I don't think you can pin that one on the bag, John.
Shawnee moving quickly now to everybody's favorite obstacle, the big balls. And here she goes.
Oh! You know, in some countries, she's married to the second ball now.
Those of you watching at home, don't do it like that.
Well, perhaps 30-year-old professional gambler Jesse Jones can put in just as good a time for our couch potatoes.
Oh, professional gambler. That sounds exotic.
Now, Jesse explained himself to Jill.
I'm unemployed.
You're 30 and you're unemployed.
You know what?
okay?
I don't need to be judged.
First approaching the heavy bag run. Ah, the gambler, all in.
Yeah, more Kenny Rogers roasters than Kenny Rogers, John.
Anteing up for the second half of the run.
Oh, always bet on Brown.
Yeah, those bags have been a great equalizer for both cheerleaders and the couch potatoes today.
Oh,
Ah, duck.
unnecessary roughness.
See how this little fella does. This is Robert Davis, proud father of 3 and doing the robot.
Actually, I think his muscles atrophied from all that couch sitting.
Earlier, he told Michael Irvin, our Hall of Famer, about the unusual nickname his kids are giving him.
All right, Robert, stop it. Shut down. Abort. Force quit.
Hey, thanks, guys. I'm here with Robert Davis. Robert, do you have a nickname?
Well, my kids call me Putt Egg. Putt Egg. An egg that putts.
Putt heading to the nearly impossible heavy bag run. Nobody's been able to handle this today.
Oh, just gets by.
Hey, he's halfway across. Hikes that ball and, using his low center of gravity, shakes off some tacklers.
And Putt is the first one to make it across. And that's no yoke, people. The incredible, edible Putt. And the band is egging him on. Let's hope he doesn't crack under the pressure.
Putt scrambling across the big balls. Ah, can he do it?
Oh,
so close.
Oh, it's going to take all the King's horses and all the King's men to put Putt back together again.
Let's go to our next cheerleader, Monica Kaufman, who says she loves to cheer. Loves the cheerleading.
Sis boom blah.
Well, let's see what Michael got out of her earlier.
Look, how old are you?
I'm 20. I'm 20, but everyone thinks I'm 16. I don't know why.
Tell me about it, babyface. Looking young is our cross to bear. Oh, she looks 16 and yet has the balance of a newborn.
All right, babyface, ready for the heavy bag run.
Does she need a permission slip for this?
Well, there she goes. She's got a slip.
Nobody puts babyface in the corner, except herself.
Well, here's somebody who will not fit in the corner. 31-year-old Michael Boringer, who promised to destroy the course today.
Oh, wow.
Broke our obstacle.
Right here.
Looks like this guy took that literally.
This is definitely a delay of game penalty. Welcome back to the Wipeout Bowl. It's the cheerleaders versus the couch potatoes, and our all-football qualifier is in full swing.
Yeah, it's like the great Vince Lombardi once said, wiping out isn't everything, it's the only thing.
He said winning isn't everything, it's the only thing.
Don't try to confuse me with your facts, John. I know what I know.
Of the 24 contestants who began the day, only the top 6 couch potatoes and the top 6 cheerleaders will move on to the next round, which will bring them one step closer to that grand prize of $50,000.
Well, here to save the day is couch potato and New England fan, Stuart Yasutaki.
Super Stu's bringing it, Wipeout! Yeah!
Earlier, while Stuart was pumping starch at the tailgate party, Jill was able to chat up the Super Spud.
Okay, now, Super Stu, what kind of superpowers are you bringing to the Wipeout course?
People look at me, they're like, this guy's a little large, but I have some speed, you know?
And off comes the helmet. Remember, kids, safety last.
Hey, nice tackle by the air.
I'm too short! My arms are too short!
But your belly is just right.
Honey! Honey!
Let's see if Super Stu and those super high knees then can make up some time on our first real obstacle. It's the heavy bag run.
Bring it!
Here comes our super spud.
Oh, and Super Stu grabbing some super air on that one.
Yeah, even without his cape, he is meat. bag it, tag it, sell it to the butcher in the store.
John, that meat must be going bad because the motivator's giving it the stink eye.
Yeah, Stu needs to hurry up and get to the big balls. Chatting with the motivator's a bad idea. Oh!
Head first.
Man, that motivator is a total ditka.
Let's see if Super Stu can shield himself from our quarterbacks and make it across the 10-yard dash.
Oh no, his remote control hand, John. That could be a career-threatening injury.
Super Stu with a slow approach to the bouncy football bridge here.
Do this right here, buddy. Right here.
All you, Super Stu.
Super Stu emerges from the qualifier with a time of 4 minutes, 46 seconds.
And Super Stu finally at rest in his fortress of solitude.
Meanwhile, at the football bridge, it's Trojans fan Scott Clays. Earlier, Jill asked this fierce gridiron warrior how he'd spend the 50 grand.
Well, I've got a new baby girl being born in 3 weeks.
With a baby, you're going to be getting up off that couch. You know that.
No way. Are you kidding me? The baby will be on the couch with me.
Scott, do not turn your baby into a couch potato.
Just so I'm clear, Scott's wife is carrying the baby, right?
Yeah. Oh, but Scott having some serious daddy issues there.
Yeah, let's hope his kid doesn't have his motor skills.
Enjoy your rest, buddy. It's the last rest you'll have for the next 18 years. Now let's head over to the 10-yard dash, see how 23-year-old Melissa Baxter does.
Oh, Melissa doing her best Marsha Brady impression. Oh, my nose. Oh, my nose. Oh, now who's going to take her to the dance?
Yeah, the 10-yard dash is tough here. Out of our whole qualifier, not one contestant has made it across.
See ya.
Oh, intentional grounding.
He's at the one.
Good job.
Well, maybe this cheerleader can break out of the pack. This is Chelsea Costa. Jill spoke with her earlier.
Give me a little wipeout cheer.
Wipeouts. Wipeout. Let's go.
Yeah, let's go, Chelsea. Let's get ROWDIE.
You know, that's not how you actually spell rowdy.
3 years of cheer can't say otherwise, John.
She's unfazed.
At the 8. Now the 9. And she's made it.
Yes!
Woo!
Chelsea, the only one today. And she got the traditional pat on the butt.
And our final contestant on the qualifier is cheerleader Ali Bunder. She's a typical clean-cut, all-American girl next door type. Wow, did not see that coming.
The grace of a Britney Spears, the elegance of a Lindsay Lohan.
Are you kidding me? This is freaking easy.
Ali, you haven't even reached an obstacle yet.
Hey, watch your potty mouth there, Cursey Alley.
Must you, John?
So, you know, she curses a lot.
You know, for a pretty girl, she swears like a sailor.
Well, Jill, she's managed to sail right up to the big balls and the motivator.
Oh, looks like she's trying to charm him, John. Yeah, it didn't work.
Mercy! Allie's flying and so are the expletives.
Potty mouth, Allie.
Jill, I don't think this is the first time Allie's used that kind of language. She is so skilled in the art of expletives, she's able to do a complete 180 in midair and let the motivator have it on the way down. Very talented, actually. Allie showing the motivator her spirit finger.
Allie now at the 10-yard dash, about to take on the quarterbacks. And now the 2-minute drill is really underway.
Oh my gosh, that is so
It's an aerial assault.
Wow, well, the important thing is here she kept ladylike composure. Now advancing up to the bouncy football bridge with a time of 2 minutes. Still ticking, though, but it's very respectable. Never mind.
Thank you, Allie, for that.
Wow.
Well, Michael, let's see if Allie can make it across the football bridge. If she makes it through, this could be our fastest time so far. Yeah, that's going to slow her down a bit.
Yeah, John, I hope she didn't chip the porcelain on her potty mouth.
And Cursey Alley finishes with a time of 3 minutes, 26 seconds.
And she finally gets a chance to rest. Her mouth.
Let's go to the leaderboard, shall
Okay.
we? Yeah. Among our 6 couch potatoes are Robert Putt Egg Davis, new dad Scott Clace, and Super Stu Yasutaka.
And our cheer squad includes fiancée Shawnee Acord, Blondie Keely Bledsoe, Cursey Alley Bundren, and Monica Babyface Kaufman.
Hello, America, and welcome back to the Wipeout Bowl. Cheerleaders versus couch potatoes. Tonight is our very special football episode, and, well, football, right? Joining me now, Keyshawn Johnson. Welcome to our game, man.
Well, I'm glad to be here. I'm pretty excited. Wait a second. What's going on? I thought we were breaking for lunch.
No. Have you met Keyshawn Johnson?
No, I haven't. Would you hold my sandwich, man? I gotta go back to work.
No problem. I'll hold it for
Johnny, Keyshawn Johnson, All-Pro, championship ring, that Keyshawn Johnson.
My bad, KJ. You want to split that sandwich? Go right ahead.
So now I get a nickname, KJ. It's okay. You can call me Keyshawn. Take your sandwich back.
All right, then.
Johnny, like you, all our contestants very hungry. We've got 6 couch potatoes, 6 cheerleaders who are moving on to the next round. Among the couch potatoes, professional gambler Jesse Jones, new dad Scott Clace, Robert Putt Egg Davis, and of course, Super Stu Yasutake.
We've also got cheerleaders Monica Babyface Kaufman, fiance Shani Accord, and Kirstie Alley Bundred. And I understand you guys have some new obstacle courses.
We do indeed. It's the all-new King of the Mountain. 12 contestants stand on 10-foot-high pedestals as a platform moves in a circular motion. First 6 contestants who can jump on that platform and make their way to one of the 6 spots near the edge of the mountain move on to the next round. But they have to avoid 2 giant clubs and rubber donuts if they want a shot at that 50 grand. And since it's a football special, Johnny, Key, they have to carry footballs to the center of the mountain.
Okay, well, let's go down and show me the action.
Yeah, get right to it.
We got spirit, yes we do. We got spirit more than you.
And the cheerleaders with a little trash cheer.
Hey, I got something, guys. You're gonna get some, girls. Ah, Wipeout.
Let's just get started.
And the first King of the Mountain gets underway. Jesse the Gambler.
Oh, he is straight flush.
Cheerleader Chelsea goes in right after it.
Neither cheerleader nor couch potato seems to be able to get on the platform.
Putt does. That's that low center of gravity of his.
Oh, but he gets his huevos rancheroed by the club.
So all 6 of our spots remain wide open. Kirstie Alley ready to claim one of those spots, though.
Wow, she's making it to the middle and keeping it clean. Never mind.
Babyface Monica's on a platform.
Oh, takes it right to the face. Oh, and another one to the head. She keeps taking hits like that. Babyface is going to be Butterface.
Well, she's not going to need to worry about that, Johnny, because she is the first contestant to reach the mountain. For the cheerleaders, they strike first. Still 5 spots left.
Oh my gosh.
Cheerleader Shara makes it onto the platform.
And Putt wastes little time joining.
Really wasting no time.
Dude, get off me.
Oh, John, is that even legal?
Unsportsmanlike conduct, John. 15 yards.
Bad athlete.
I think that's 15 years.
Well, either way, we still have those 5 spots open on the mountain. Kirstie Alley at it again. New dad Scott gets on the platform and...
Yeah, moving like there's something in his diaper. Whoa! Wow. Check that out!
My God.
Kirstie Alley flipping out.
Well, at least she didn't flip the bird.
Her downfall leaves the path open for new dad Scott, who's the first couch potato to make it onto the mountain. That evens up our score. 1 cheerleader, 1 couch potato.
Fiance Shawty trying to give the cheerleaders the edge as she makes it up the aisle.
Blondie having a go at it. Fiance Shawnee makes it on. They're off for... Now, what is she doing?
Come on, John, that's clearly a pony sit. Cheerleading 101.
Whatever it is, she's turned it into a spot on the mountain. Go, girl. So with 3 spots left, the cheerleaders are up 2-1.
Super Stu does a Superman on the platform and makes his way towards the middle.
Oh! Hold on, I'm a little winded.
You're not a little anything.
Gotta get my breath.
You gotta get your pants, dude.
And he's got to hurry up because Kirstie Alley is right behind him.
I just a little stage fright.
Yeah, we're a little frightened too.
But Stu makes it to the middle and claims that 4th spot.
My combination! Combination!
Stu, when it's 2-2, it's not domination, it's tie.
Oh my goodness, Putt just runs over Alley when he got clubbed. That was awesome.
But completely ignores the cheerleaders like they did him in high school before getting taken out by the club.
After that near-death experience, Kirstie Alley, the great shot spotter, she can just hang on.
Putt goes for it again, sans cheerleader, and still knocks into one as he makes it onto the mountain, giving the couch potatoes the edge 3-2, which leaves just 1 spot left.
Kirstie Alley is on her 4th attempt now, loquacious and tenacious.
Pro gambler on her tail.
Not for long.
Kirstie Alley is to her feet. She jumps, and she makes it onto the mountain to claim that final spot.
Kirstie Alley ties it all up. We have 3 couch potatoes and 3 cheerleaders moving on. Along with Kirstie, Monica Babyface Kaufman, fiance Shawnee Accord, Robert Putt Davis, new dad Scott Clays, and of course, Super Stu Yasutake. Keyshawn Johnson, glad you could join us here on Wipeout.
Glad to be here.
We are back here on the Wipeout Bowl. Cheerleaders versus couch potatoes. I'm John Anderson.
And I'm John Henson.
Excuse me, guys. Do you know when the next event is starting? I'm trying to get down to the field.
Wow, Reggie Bush. Hey, man, literally stay up here in the booth with us.
No
Great
problem.
view. Met John Henson.
No, how you doing?
Reggie Bush, what an honor. What is it like to be part of a political dynasty?
Football player Reggie Bush. Different Bush.
You played football, too?
Yeah.
I thought you were just a cheerleader at Yale.
Actually, I won the Heisman at USC.
Wow, what's the commute between Yale and USC like? Do you use Air Force One?
Yeah, I'm gonna stop you here, okay? And we'll just, because we've got another event to get to. So we're gonna review our 6 remaining contestants and get to the event.
Okay. The very cursy Ali Bundren is here, along with Monica Babyface Kaufman and our fiancée, Shawnee Acorn.
We also have our new dad, Scott Clace, Robert Putt Davis, and of course, Super Stu Yasutake.
These 6 are vying for bragging rights and $50,000 here in the Wipeout Bowl.
So what's the next event?
That's my job. It's an old favorite, new spin. We're calling it the Dizzy Dummy 2.0. Here's how it works. The contestants strapped into the Dizzy Dummy until they're good and dizzy. Then they have to get through our all-new spinner, where contestants will have to climb through these goalposts before they can move on. Next, it's the teeter-totter, and the first person on the platform goes to the Wipeout Zone. Remaining 5, back on the Dizzy Dummy, then they do the keg run. And when that's done, you guessed it,
We'll spin again.
Yeah.
4 contestants move on to the Wipeout Zone, and one of these couch potatoes or cheerleaders will emerge at the end with $50,000.
$50,000 is an honest day's work. Let's get down to the Wipeouts.
All right. They're strapped in and starting up.
You said it, Johnny.
I'm gonna go to a happy place right now.
Where? An all-you-can-eat buffet?
Unlimited mac and cheese.
I think it's safe to say, though, that none of these people are in the happy place, except maybe Ballsy. Is he taunting them?
No, not ballsy. He's made of goodness.
Here we go for round 1.
Cursey Alley, flying out of there like an Air Force pilot. But still talking like a sailor.
She's toppled off the spinner, so is Super Stu. That leaves Babyface all alone. Kersey's back on, but Fiancé and Puttig both down and off the spinner. Babyface, that first teeter-totter.
And she's on.
Look at this girl go.
And look at everyone else not go.
Babyface all alone, way out in front. Unless Super Stu and Kersey can teat that totter before she jumps, she is home free.
And she is done. She made that look so easy.
She did make that look easy.
And they both made that look awfully hard.
I think that's the one time Cursey Alley didn't swear.
Yeah, I think she's busy chewing on that mat. Speaking of mouthfuls, here we are in round 2, and hopefully their mouths are empty.
Going down.
She should be more worried about what's coming up. You know, like what they ate at the tailgate party, the hot dogs, potato chips.
Almost threw up the pickle.
How could I forget the pickles?
All right, round 2, let's do it. Kersey Alley out of the gate first again. She's on, but sliding off.
And now mouthing off. And our expectant husband should expect a bruise.
And there's our fiancé trying to split the uprights. She's through.
Our new dad, another bruise for him. Fiancé making her way down. Super Stu, he almost flattens our fiancé who's onto the first keg.
Our dad going wide rights, no, just really wide.
Here goes Puttig, and whoa!
That's 15 yards for encroachment.
Johnny, I think that might be a personal foul.
John, you getting that feeling of deja vu?
Puttig's just trying to keep her warm until she hatches.
Kersey Alley's there, and our fiancé takes the plunge.
Now, the couch potatoes should do pretty well at this since they're jumping on kegs.
Well, they certainly seem excited about it, Jill. Oh, I think he bent that thing.
They are literally tearing apart this course.
Well, at least he didn't break anything.
Dad, this is for you. I love you. I'm sorry for my swearing.
Kersey Alley leaping and...
Well, I had to see that coming.
Wait a minute, is she stuck there?
Did she fall? No, she's still there. She's still there.
John, I think she's sleeping.
Well, everybody else is coming. She better wake up.
What can we do to get her going?
Don't worry about it, Johnny. I think we have the answer.
Well, that worked. Kersey Alley on to the next keg. Behind her is Norm.
Norm!
Whoops, that's just our new dad.
One last jump for Kersey Alley. Ooh, she has done it with ease. 2 cheerleaders, no couch potatoes. This isn't looking so good for our guy. Here in round 3, our hopefuls heading back to the teeter-totters.
And our new dad
Spinning in a circle, staring at my finger.
has lost it.
Yeah, but you know, third spin, so they must be getting really dizzy. Like Super Stu here is just trying not to super spew. Let's see how dizzy they are. Again, round 3 here. Fiancé first out of the gate. You know, she and the other girls are vying to be the first female ever to win Wipeout.
Yeah, and I'd say they got a pretty good shot, John.
Actually, I'm gonna upgrade that to excellent.
Oh, our fiancé's slipping off. Super Stu and our new dad are on. Well, I was half right.
Super Stu, wasting no time though. Up and 3 points. And Putt Egg is exhausted. Our fiancé through the goalpost, and here she comes. Super Stu onto the teeter-totter. Our fiancé giving chase. Super Stu leaping. Got it. Now our fiancé is gonna need to make it onto his teeter-totter before it tips up in order to have any chance. Will she do it? Gosh, almighty.
Oh. I propose our fiancé doesn't do that again.
How about one in super slow-mo?
I just hope she's wearing a veil at that wedding.
Let's jump ahead to Super Stu, who has 1 jump left.
This is you, man! Fly! And we got our first couch potato! Woo!
Oh, you can't teach moves like that, Johnny.
You want to learn them?
Good point.
Heading back to the dizzy dummy, there's our fiancé.
I quit.
Or maybe not, John. Our final cheerleader dropping out. I guess she couldn't take the heat.
Actually, I think it was the cold that got her.
I guess we should just skip the keg run, go straight back to the teeter-totters for the final round, huh?
Why is that?
Yeah. Come on, man. What's a keg party without any chicks?
They've already started up here in the final round. The 2 potatoes left in the sack. Our new dad, is he going back to ice cream duty? Will Putt Egg be sent away on hollandaise? Let's go potatoes.
I'd say this is a pretty even match, John. What do you think the spread on this is?
Butter. Eggman, now the walrus. He's down.
And Putt Egg goes over. Easy.
Robert, this is you, man!
Putt Egg out in front. He's on.
And our new dad is just practicing some Lamaze.
Putt Egg is onto the second teeter-totter.
New dad really laboring here.
One final jump for Putt Egg. This is to even the field. Can he do it? Short and steady wins the race again.
So Robert Putt Egg Davis evens the field, making it 2 couch potatoes and 2 cheerleaders. He joins Super Stu Yasutaki, Kersey Ali Bundren, and Monica Babyface Kaufman.
Our thanks to Reggie Bush for joining us today. Welcome back to the Wipeout Bowl, where it has been cheerleaders and couch potatoes all day long. And amazingly, here in the Wipeout Zone, we're knotted up. Scores 2-2.
Yeah, but only one of these guys or gals can walk away with a $50,000. And to do so, they'll have to face down our all-new Wipeout Zone.
The Wipeout Zone still made up of 4 stages, but this time it starts with the aqua launch. Contestants will attempt to control their launch into the zone while fighting a torrent of water.
Then they'll have to make their way up the raging rapids and avoid being washed away by a 1,000-gallon sports drink tidal wave.
And then they must tackle the crazy sweeper, where they'll race across this beam onto these pedestals while being hunted down by a sweeping arm of footballs and pom-poms.
And finally, they'll have to get across the tackle dummy turntables to the finish platform. So we went from 24 down to these 4, 2 cheerleaders, 2 couch potato.
And the one with the fastest time will go home with the 50 grand.
It looks like our first contestant is at the top of the zone right now. This is Ali Bundren.
This is for you, Mom, Dad!
Kersey Ali Bundren has been no holds barred all day. She had spirit, yes she did, on the King of the Mountain, cheering herself through the dizzy dummy and all the way into our Wipeout Zone.
Okay, here we go, John. Top of the aqua launch. There's Ali Bundren, the 18-year-old from Washington State. Could she be our first female Wipeout champion?
We will find out soon enough. There's our buzzer, and she's away.
And into the water she goes.
Now, the key to the aqua launch is to land as close to the second obstacle, our raging rapids, as possible. And notice in the replay here how she spins her body in midair so she can already start swimming.
Yeah, she's making great time on her way over to the next obstacle, the raging rapids.
She's got to make her way up that slippery and watery slope, but also avoid being carried away by a 1,000-gallon sports drink tidal wave. And here it comes.
Ooh! And there she goes all the way to the bottom. She's going to have to start all over again, John. Take a look at this replay.
Yum. Orange flavor. Woo. We'll have to see now if she can recover from that hit to 1,000 gallons.
Yeah, that's a lot of electrolytes.
Well, let's hope she's got a huge mouthful because she's going to need it. She's going to make her way up this obstacle on a second attempt.
Looks like she's handling it with ease this time. She's almost to the top.
Yeah, but now she's got to make her way over to our next all-new obstacle. It's the Crazy Sweeper.
I love this!
Oh, she loves it now, but she's yet to conquer the obstacle, John.
She has to make her way across the beams and then onto the pedestals to get to the other side. Yeah, sweeper arm coming. Here she goes.
Looks like those pom-poms are chasing her now, and she is onto the pedestals, but they're closing in, and into the water she goes.
Curses. But let's take another look anyway.
Yeah, I'm sure Cursey Alley has a few words she'd like to say to the sweeper right now, but the water cut her off.
Let's jump ahead to her second go here on the Crazy Sweeper, and she is off again. Hey, don't look back. Those footballs are gaining on you.
Can she make it? Whoa!
Yes, she is safe on our tackle dummy turntable.
She's just over the 5-minute mark at this point. She's marching down this field in our Wipeout Zone and is already on the first turntable.
The idea here, hop from turntable to turntable until you reach the finish. And she leaps there and, ricochets into the water. Look at that, a back-breaking wipeout sends her back to the start of this obstacle to try all over again.
And as we know, that takes precious seconds off the clock.
All right, here she goes. Wow, moving very quickly, easily onto that second turntable.
Ooh, a little slip.
Oh.
Is she gonna make it? Is she gonna fall?
No, she's managed to recover it, John, and hold on. One final leap to go. And she's home.
Yes!
And she
well
sets
done,
the
Potter.
first time to beat 8:13.
Wipeout!
Well done, Allie. Thanks for keeping it clean.
This is crazy!
Oh, guess I spoke too soon.
So our cheerleaders versus couch potatoes battle continues with our next contestant, Putt Davis. Let's see what brought him here.
Robert Putt Davis began the day sunny side up in the qualifier and almost cracked our big balls. He took a few shots to the old eggshell on our King of the Mountain, but managed to whip the competition and poach that fourth and final spot to the Wipeout Zone.
So now it's time to see what our couch potatoes can do. There he is, Robert Davis, 43-year-old father of 3, ready to take his shot at the Wipeout Zone. There's the buzzer, and he is matriculating down the aqua launch.
4 into the water hazard he goes. Sunny side down this time, going head first.
And now that he's in there, he has to get to the Raging Rapids. The low center of gravity's been helping him all day, but I don't know if it's going to be any help here on the Raging Rapids.
Don't be surprised if he's going to be able to sneak under the rainbow, but the couch potatoes have been surprising us all day. Let's see how he does against a tidal wave of sports drink.
Oh, he does take a drink, but Johnny, hard to swallow 1,000 gallons.
Yeah, he is just engulfed by that water. It's kind of like an Easter putt egg hunt in there.
Well, this putt egg is going to have to do something to try to get himself back on track. Johnny is on his second attempt up the Raging Rapids now, and without the wave, yep, looks like he will make it this time. And celebrates with a little snooze.
Yeah, well, he is a couch potato after all, John.
Suddenly reinvigorated. Now on to the next obstacle, trying to make his way over that Crazy Sweeper. He's about a minute behind the pace set by our cheerleader leader, Ali Bundren.
And he's off.
Oh, a little pause there, and he gets nudged by that Crazy Sweeper arm. Let's see if he can keep it moving. No! Stop! Oh, bad idea there. Gets punted down the field by the cheerleaders' pom-poms.
Yeah, take a look at the replay. Yeah, he's not a proud man, John. Using the cheerleader hold the nose as you go in the water technique.
So, John, now Putt only has 30 seconds to make it through the entire rest of the course. That's all the way through this obstacle and the turntables. But he's moving now.
Yeah, I think he's going to make a run for it, John.
20 seconds left. This is an all-out couch potato sprint.
Here comes the sweeper arm. Is it going to get him? No! Oh, he makes it onto the turntables with almost 10 seconds remaining. He needs to fly. Can he do it?
Onto that first turntable, quickly leaping to the second. This is a mad dash that might just get it done. Boldly onto that third turntable, and so close. An amazing effort, but not fast enough.
So that means our couch potato is down, and our cheerleader sits in the top spot with 1 cheerleader and 1 couch potato left to go.
Glad to have you back here on the Wipeout Bowl. We are deep in the second half here, Johnny, the Wipeout Zone, where it is still cheerleaders versus couch potatoes.
Our cheerleader, Ali Bundren, is in first place. Super Stu Yasutake has yet to run, but first, we'll see this woman, Monica Kaufman. Let's see how she got to the Wipeout Zone.
Monica Babyface Kaufman couldn't resist a mud bath on our qualifier. She hosed our competition away and became the first person to top the King of the Mountain. She made her way across the dizzy dummy and cheered herself right into our wipeout zone.
The rain continues to fall, and there she is, sitting atop the aqua launch, ready for her shot at the $50,000.
Little pep talk from Ali there.
Yeah, does she realize that they're actually competing against each other?
Love the sportsmanship. She's off, the clock is ticking.
Wow, getting a very long launch into the water of the wipeout zone.
Look at the replay, Johnny. This is how you do it.
Yeah, but landing a little bit like Putt egg right there.
Well, she's making great time up to the raging rapids, and so far her time best of the day.
No joke, John. She is really flying up that ramp.
But John, something tells me that 1,000 gallons of sports drink is going to send her back in time.
And there she goes into the water.
Let's take a look at that replay. You know, a 1,000-gallon sports drink tidal wave has had its way with both the cheerleaders and the couch potatoes.
Like an orange-colored flume ride, John, and she is already back up on the obstacle, ready to give it a second go.
Indeed, Johnny, she's making great time. Already she's nearing the top of the raging rapids and getting a blistering pace here in our wipeout zone.
But that could all change because now she's going to have her first date with a crazy sweeper.
Cautious approach here, scoping out.
She's up, and those pom-poms are really chasing her down.
Actually, you know, it's pom-poms, P-O-M-P-O-M-S.
Oh, I didn't realize that because I'm a man.
Man, look how close she came there, but she's, on the turntable. Nice. And with only one obstacle remaining, she's got more than 4 minutes left to make it through the turntables.
Take a look at Ali's face, John. I get the feeling she knows her time is in jeopardy at this point.
Monica already safely onto the second turntable.
Now on to the third one, setting an amazing pace here. She just has one jump left, and she will have the new time to beat.
Oh, fantastic, Johnny. Look at that Hall of Fame stuff. 4 minutes, 20 seconds. Our babyface cheerleader Monica setting the time to beat, and we may well be looking at our very first female Wipeout champion.
Not if Super Stu has anything to say about it. He's down on the field with Jill right now.
You watch Superstars on the couch every week. How does it feel to be on the opposite side and actually be one?
You know what? I hope there's a lot of people out there that find a little hope, a little inspiration through Super Stu.
Super Stu's bringing it, Wipeout!
Super Stu Yasutaki made a super first impression in our qualifier and continued to vocalize his superiority on the King of the Mountain.
My government!
His superpower stayed with him on the dizzy dummy, and he became the first couch potato to make it into the wipeout zone.
Super Stu!
Let's do this.
So it boils down to this. One couch potato, one cheerleader. That seems appropriate here, John, in the first Wipeout Bowl.
There's the buzzer, and he's away. He's away. And he's away.
Yeah, launch it into the Wipeout zone. No fear.
Woo! Shredding the gnar!
Shredding the gnar indeed, Stu. Let's take a look at that replay. Looks like he flew off that bear belt.
Yeah, good idea. Lead with the belly. Super Stu skydiving into the Wipeout zone.
Shredding the gnar. Now on the waterfall. Niagara Falls.
Super Stu making his way up the raging rapids, but he has yet to survive the 1,000-gallon sports drink tidal wave. Will our Wipeout Bowl champ be a cheerleader or a couch potato?
Oh, down he goes. That's actually less than super. Take another look, John, at this punishing hit.
That is Class 5 rapids right there, Johnny.
But he's hanging in there and already back onto the raging rapids.
Can't get any more of this water in me. Pretty hydrated.
Well, a self-proclaimed well-hydrated Super Stu is making his way back up the raging rapids on his second attempt, and he looks to have finally reached the top, John.
Good thing I'm a natural rock climber.
Well, he's certainly a natural at something. He's only 15 seconds off the pace set by our leader.
John, could a couch potato actually win this thing?
If anybody could, it's Super Stu, because, you know, he's super.
That's what he keeps telling us. But if he's going to do it, he's going to have to survive the crazy sweep.
Here we go.
And there he goes, making a run for it. Oh, the sweeper arm catches up to him, sends him into the water.
And he's going to have to get serious because if you remember, Monica Kaufman didn't wipe out at all on the sweeper.
Almost took a header. That would have been bad.
With about 50 seconds remaining, Stu's going to need to giddy up and he's making a sprint for it. That sweeper arm closing in on him, moving over to the pedestal. Little stutter step there. A leap, and he makes it. 3 words, John. Couch potato pride.
I can't believe I just did that.
I gotta be honest, too, I can't either. All right, he still has 30 seconds to make it through this obstacle. Johnny, I never would have believed it, but this is gonna be a close one.
Will it be a cheerleader or a couch potato? He's onto that second turntable. The clock ticking away. One more turntable. Who will win it all? The leap. Oh, and Super Stu takes a dive. He will not be our champ. Cheerleader babyface Monica Kaufman, champion of the very first ever Wipeout Bowl.
You're the first female winner. You just won $50,000.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Thank you. Oh my God.
Just go without him.
I guess that's it for us, but I'd like to extend a very special thanks to our guests, Michael Irvin, Keyshawn Johnson, and Reggie Bush. Thank you to you for spending the day with us here on Wipeout. And until next time, America, I'm John Anderson, Jill Wagner, and I guess John Henson. Really? I can say it. Good night and big balls.
We're making history.
Good night and big balls.
Anderson already said that.
What do you mean he already said it? He can't say it, I say it. I'm contractually bound to say that. He's not allowed to say it. Jill, tell him I have big balls.
The stage is set.
Woo! Wipeout! I'm gonna kick your butt!
24 ordinary men and women are about to go head-to-head with the most extraordinary obstacle course ever assembled. Those brave enough must be prepared to endure breathtaking spills, spectacular tumbles, and catastrophic falls. Only the swiftest and fastest 4 will move on and compete in our final obstacle course, the biggest of them all, the Wipeout Zone, the final step in the journey to $50,000. The epic competition begins now to see who will emerge victorious and who will wipe out.
This is trickery!
Hello, America. We are back and ready for an all-new season of Wipeout. I'm John Anderson. Standing next to me, you know him, you love him, John Henson.
I can't tell you how excited I am to be here. I have gone way too many months without a wipeout. I feel malnourished.
Well, Mr. Henson, your patience is about to be rewarded. Today, 24 willing and able Americans will try and conquer the largest, most challenging, most insane obstacle course ever constructed.
That's right, and the one left standing at the end will win $50,000.
But before anybody can start spending that kind of scratch, they'll have to complete the all-new Wipeout qualifier.
All new! Have I mentioned I'm excited?
You have. The course starts off with a bridge too far.
The mud is back, and this time it's personal.
But then it's on to an old friend, the sucker punch, followed by our main attraction, the big balls.
But this season with an all-new motivator. Too long a delay, and it will make you pay.
Then we move on to something I know you are going to enjoy, the hurdles.
With an emphasis on hurt.
And finally, our slippery swing set covered in luscious foam.
Yes, the foam we have seen before, the swing set, brand spanking new.
Of our 24 contestants, only those with the top 12 times will make it past the qualifier and on to the next round.
I can wait no longer. Let's get the party started. What do you say?
You got it, buddy. And to help us get underway, here's the third member of our Wipeout team, Jill Wagner.
Okay, guys, on deck is Vicki Kim.
Yay! So excited! Try to wipe this smile off my face, Wipeout.
Ooh, careful, Vicki. Can't imagine our course is going to back down from that challenge.
Well, Vicki is on her pursuit of happiness and 50 grand. Comes to our first obstacle, a bridge too far. Now, it's called that because our Wipeout engineers strategically placed the bridges.
Oh my God.
Ooh, just a little too far. Let's see that again, John.
Oh, happy Vicki eats it and enjoys a Wipeout Happy Meal.
But she's still smiling. Let's see if she can keep it up on the second half of a bridge too far.
Whoa, what was that?
That's a Wipeout.
No. What's up with those bridges?
You know, they wouldn't be any fun if they were stable.
Those bridges aren't just too far, they're too loose.
Our bridges haven't affected Vicki's happiness, however. Let's see if the sucker punch has any effect.
Oh, I think that wiped the smile off her face.
No, sir.
Well, the first big balls of the summer are sure to put a smile on my face.
Oh, wow. And we see that again in our new super slow-mo cam. Vicki is a little happy-go unlucky. Let's see if the all-new hurdles have any effect on that perpetually good-natured grin.
Oh! Takes one to the happy face and still smiling.
My goodness, Johnny, these hurdles are brutal. I mean, she is taking it like a champ, but it's punishing with a gut. Johnny, a beating.
Oh my God!
Yikes!
Vicki with a full-on backbend, and John, if you take a closer look, even as she's wiping out, she turns her frown upside down.
John, she's now smiling in the face of our final obstacle, the slippery swing set. She'll have to jump from swing to swing, land on the platform, but if she wipes out, then it's a cold swim to this finishing spot.
Shiny, happy Vicki makes it onto the first swing and off the first swing.
That doesn't affect her positive attitude, Johnny. Vicki comes in with a time of 5:52.
Gotta say, John, she called it. Vicki is still all smiles at the end.
Now at the beginning of our qualifier course is Jasmine Sanchez. Let's see if she can make it across a bridge too far. Not far enough. Jill spoke with Jasmine prior to her run.
Are you excited to be on the second season of Wipeout?
Yes, I'm gonna win it.
You're gonna win it. How are you gonna win it?
Fire.
The fire? You bringing the fury?
Oh, the fury.
All right, so show me some fury. Like, go crazy right here.
Wow. Let's see how Jasmine the Silver Fury does on the hurdles. Oh! Going for the second. Oh, painful. She bounced around like a pinball.
Jasmine not catching any breaks from these hurdles.
Well, they're not called helpers, John.
Get me to the finish line.
You're almost there, Jasmine. Only the slippery swing sets left. She wastes no time getting onto that first one.
This is easy. You got this.
Oh, dear Lord. Bone crunching. Oh, did I say dear Lord yet? Dear Lord.
The Silver Fury getting knocked back to the Bronze Age. But she returns, and with a respectable time, 5 minutes, 29 seconds.
Thank you.
Whoa, who's that overconfident fella?
That's Devin Barry. Jill went word for word with him earlier.
Devin, what are you bringing to the Wipeout course today?
Jill, I'm a mean trash talker.
All right, Devin, let's pretend like I'm a contestant, okay? And you can trash talk me.
Oh, you're putting me on the spot.
Oh, Devin, you suck.
No, I don't, Jill. You do.
Wow, he should call himself a trash talker because that trash talk was garbage. Oh, snap. Oh, the hurdles laying down the herd rack you very much.
I wonder if the guys have to wear cups.
A cup? Jill, I wouldn't do the hurdles if I had a suit of armor.
Devin, a soon-to-be falsetto trash talker.
Well, you say falsetto, I say castrato.
Now, at the beginning of our qualifier course is Robert Rydell. Roll the interview.
All right, so Bob, what do you do?
I'm a stage hypnotist.
You know, no one's ever been able to hypnotize me.
I tend to be pretty good. See, if you notice, if you look at the watch, as you watch it, you'll get a little bit tired and your eyes will get drowsy, and you're gonna notice that you're gonna have the desire to cluck like a chicken.
Okay. All right, Bob, well, good luck with the Wipeout course. Go get him. Crazy.
Wow, not a real knockout at his job, huh?
Yeah, I know what you mean. Our sucker punch puts more people under.
Oh! Robert takes one right in the balls.
Anderson, you okay?
Yeah, fine, why?
Never mind.
Well, Robert's next obstacle is the big balls.
Oh, boy. Jill, I might need your help with this one. Wow, he's a lot better than I thought. My bad.
He's moving kind of slow.
He's hesitating, John. Let's motivate. Oh, amazing. This new motivator is awesome.
The motivator putting our hypnotist to sleep. Actually, the big balls have been knocking a lot of people into dreamland today. Good night.
Sleep tight.
Ooh. Don't let the big balls bite.
Ooh. Sleepwalking?
Oh. Nope, just sleeping.
I finally made it to Wipeout. Yeah.
Wow, this guy is using the daytime non-drowsy formula.
That's self-described Wipeout superfan Julio Chavez. Julio said ever since watching Wipeout last season, he knew it was his life's mission to come on and show the world what he could do.
And he's off, Johnny. He's a man with a singular mission to get the 50 grand.
He makes his way up to the first obstacle, a bridge too far, which won't be too far for a man who's determined to... Oh, I guess it is too far. But he's working hard. He's gonna show the world what he can do here on Wipeout. Never mind.
We take it now to Jodie Showman, coming up on the sucker punch. Oh, takes one to the gut and to the shoulder, but she hangs in there.
Oh, takes it in the face.
Jill spoke with her before she had this Wipeout nose job.
What have you got here?
Well, pretty much I am the queen of balls, and I brought you guys some of my favorite balls. These are our cookie balls, and pretty much you're gonna eat
That's
it
what
from
I'm
me,
talking
baby.
about. Haven't had breakfast, and these are looking pretty good. Oh, what else do you like to do?
Practice my swimming, obviously. Not too good at it. We're in the floaties today.
You're
but
not a good swimmer?
Not a great swimmer at all, so, but we're gonna get it together. I'll be fine, so I got some time. And you can help yourself, Yeah, definitely. So, did you try the
These are so good.
Did you get the peanut butter one?
I don't know. Is there peanut butter in these things? I don't know, but they're sticky.
Man, Jill really went to town on those balls.
Well, our queen of the balls makes her way to the final obstacle, the slippery swing set. Wastes no time there making it onto the first one. Handles that second one as well.
Yeah, she kind of looks like the Stay Puft cookie ball girl.
Don't cross the streams, John. Go into the final platform and marshmallow.
She gets ghost busted.
And our queen of the balls has become queen of the falls with that Wipeout, but she still comes in with a very nice time, 5 minutes, 44 seconds.
You know, I would have liked some cookie balls. Nobody ever makes anything for me.
Apparently somebody didn't appreciate the lasagna I made them last week.
Well, apparently somebody forgot the fact that I'm lactose intolerant.
Well, fortunately, no one is Wipeout intolerant. Welcome back to Wipeout. John Henson, we are halfway through our qualifier.
Yes, we are, John, and I am in a great mood. You know, Wipeouts are a perfect substitute for my happy pills.
Well, good news for you then. Your prescription is ready for a refill. Let's go down to the course. This fun fellow is Fernando Garcia.
America, enjoy, watch, learn, and have fun with me.
Jill did all that moments ago.
All right, guys, I'm down here with Fernando Garcia. You know, you look really polished and pretty to be on Wipeout. Your hair is like, it's like perfectly in place.
Thank you. I have a good day today with my hair, you know. I know I'm good looking, and I think that's gonna be one of my strategies here.
Oh, so you think you know, you tracked every woman, right?
Absolutely. Oh, yeah. Right?
No.
Fernando Suave off, and he is going to try and charm his way to the 50 grand. Comes up to that first obstacle, a bridge too far.
I don't know, John. That bridge looks like it was in the right place to me.
Does get a second chance now on the back half of a bridge too far. Oh, jumped too far.
Ooh. Oh.
Well, Fernando makes it over to the sucker punch. Still looking good. He's keeping the money maker away from the gloves.
Oh! Took that one in the baby maker.
That had to hurt.
You have no idea, Jill.
Fernando Suave making his way to the big balls.
Man alive! Oh, after a hit like that, Fernando's swollen head is going to get even bigger.
Well, if anything's going to humble Fernando, Johnny, it's going to be these hurdles. Oh, to the face, and the twirl, and splash dances his way into the water.
He's an egomaniac on the course.
Fernando Suave now heading over to the slippery swing set, where he needs to jump across each swing to stop the clock. Now, this is sort of tricky. What you have to do is not slide handsome face first into the water.
No, not at all. But he still had a pretty solid run.
I'll say, good-looking time. Fernando Suave, very good shot. Moving into our next round.
Well, from tall, dark, and handsome to pale, skinny, and... Oh, my God, John, where are his pants? Oh, no protection?
That's Kyle Rhodes. He's a busboy who loves bikini bottoms.
A bikini busboy? Where does he keep the breadsticks? Oh, dear God! John, do I have to watch this?
No, it's probably best not to look directly at it.
That didn't feel good.
Doesn't look good either, Kyle.
Oh! Do we dare watch that in super slow-mo?
Heavens no, let's just move on. Back at the top of the course is Crystal Wilhite. Jill, not afraid to ask the tough questions, John.
Are you a real princess?
Yes, I am. Princess Crystal.
All right, Crystal, so tell me what kind of princess skills you're bringing.
Some crazy princess skills. You know, I have to keep it cute, have to keep it girly, but at the same time, I'm not a dumb blonde. Well, I'm not blonde.
Looks like Crystal's doing well on the bridge too far. The Ditzy Princess goes for it. Ow!
And Ditzy Princess becomes the Ditzy Sleeping Beauty.
Well, up ahead on the hurdles is Michelle Avedisian. I believe Jill spoke with her earlier.
So, Michelle, tell me what you do for a living.
I coach kids after school, and I'm a definite role model. And being on this show, doing this on Wipeout, is gonna really motivate them and maybe teaches kids not to be losers.
Well, that's good because our hurdles hate losers and winners. and astronauts, puppy dogs, pretty much everything, really.
Come on, Michelle, show these kids a thing or two.
Oh, the wind beneath our wings gets a hurl beneath her chin.
That's one way of doing it.
Actually, there have been a lot of ways to do it.
Yeah, there's the, what are you kidding me?
The butt bounce head drop.
The ride 'em cowgirl.
Crazy caterpillar.
The toss you very much.
And of course, the final insult. Oh! Our final contestant is at the top of the course now.
John, who's that?
That's Tim Spratt.
Ow.
Just roll the interview.
Okay, Tim, what happens if you win Wipeout? What's your dream?
To take you out, girl? I ain't giving none of that money to you materialistic gold-digging girls out there. You ain't getting none of it.
That's gonna be a great dinner.
Oh, yeah. You know, baby, like, steak like that thick. Nothing over 50 bucks, please.
Really?
Yeah.
Don't worry, Jill. If Tim takes you out for a meal, I'm sure he'll let you supersize it.
Big balls ain't got nothing on me!
Cheap date trying to sweet talk the big ball. Ah! Oh, he gets a cheap shot in return.
Yeah, in that sense, cheap date Tim actually gave us our money's worth.
Let's see what the hurdles can get out of our cheap date. Oh, they are doling out a lot of abuse. But look at Tim trying to fight back. He's actually making a nice time here.
Come on, Tim. I'm hungry.
At the last hurdle now. Oh! Ow!
Not a fair fight.
Apparently, Tim thinks that I'm one of the hurdles.
Yeah, he might be a cheap date, but he's a cuddler, Jill.
Tim's not done yet. He still has to make his way over to the slippery swing set if he wants to take our Jill out on that cheap date.
I'm coming for you!
Go get her, Tim.
Come on, Tim, I want lobster.
Lobster should be no problem for Tim. They have lobster at the dollar store, right, John?
Come on.
What can I do?
Tim jumps onto that second swing set.
Look, our cuddler also into bubble bath.
Makes that final leap.
That's what I'm talking about.
And with a time of 3 minutes and 38 seconds, Tim easily into the next round. Also moving on, Queen of the Balls, Jodie Showman. Superfan, Julio Chavez. Role model, Michelle Avedisian.
Also joining him, shiny happy Vicki Kim, trash talker Devin Barry, and Fernando Suave Garcia.
Welcome back to our all-new season of Wipeout. We started with 24, we're down to 12, and in just a few moments, only 6 will remain.
Among the 12 are superfan Julio Chavez, trash talker Devin Barry, and role model Michelle Avedisian.
Plus the ditzy princess, Krista Wilhite, cheap date, Tim Spratt, and shiny happy Vicki Kim.
Now, to cut the field down to 6, we would normally use the sweeper, but that is so 2008, John.
It is.
Oh, yes, it is. The future is here, and it's called the all-new Gyro Sweeper. Tell them how it works.
Well, contestants will stand on 10-foot-high pedestals while the Gyro Sweeper arm moves around and around. During the first round, contestants will have to jump over that bar and avoid being knocked into the water below.
But once I pull the magic lever, the gyro arm at the end of the sweeper will begin to gyrate in a circular motion.
Then contestants will have to time things just right and decide whether they want to duck or jump over the gyro arm. As time goes on, the sweeper and the gyro will move faster and faster, making this round more difficult than ever before.
The final 6 contestants will move on, and the last contestant standing wins a $1,000 bonus, just like last year.
I am excited to see the gyro go to town. Let's move right down to the action.
The ladies are represented! That's right! Princess in the house!
Fear the Speedo! Fear it!
Oh, don't worry, Kyle. We are absolutely terrified.
And the sweeper is underway.
Well, Julio Chavez, our super fan, is up first, and he certainly knows how this game works.
Haley Hudson tripped up, but not a problem. Oh, but look, the sweeper gently claims its first victim. Who was that?
Hey, it's so-and-so from blah blah. Who cares? Moving on, all right?
That's one girl down.
Yeah, but we still need 5 more people to fall. Plenty of time, I guess, for the sweeper to improve.
Fernando Suave looking good. No surprise there. Ah, but here's a surprise. Gyro time.
Do it.
Hey, I'm the only Asian on here. Asian domination, yeah!
Whoa, looks more like gyro domination, taking out Julio and Jasmine.
Love this new gyro. Yeah, Julio goes from super fan to super soaked. Jasmine shoots her mouth off, and then the sweeper shoots her off the pedestal.
So we are down to 9 contestants standing.
That's not fair. This guy has like 8-foot legs.
Not the length of the legs, John. Sharpness of the tongue you should worry about.
Come on, Speedo. Go hard, Speedo.
Oh, come on, Devin. You're just embarrassing yourself.
Don't lose your panties, Speedo boy.
Yeah, now that's what I'm talking about.
I hate you all.
Yeah, there's nothing sexier than a pale, whiny guy in tight brown panties. Oh,
there's no going back for Haley Hudson. And Jodie, the queen of balls, bounces in right after her.
The gyro arm is not a ball lover.
Those wipeouts leave us with 7 contestants remaining. So the next one to fall will be out of the running for the big money. The 6 left will move on.
Ooh, shiny, happy Vicki Kim holds on.
Oh, I'm lucky. I am lucky.
And she is still smiling.
Grin to win, Johnny. Ooh! Kyle gets hit and now desperately holding on, but can't seem to pull himself back up.
Good try, Kyle. No shame there.
Really? No? No shame in that.
Nope. To pull himself up, Kyle would have needed the strength of 100 men in tight brown panties.
So we have our final 6 competitors who'll be moving on to the next round. So now the $1,000 question, who wins the $1,000? Whoa! Happy Vicki spinning wipeout. You gotta see that again.
Our sweeper goes happy hunting and tells Vicki, don't worry, be slap happy.
The sweeper continuing to stalk our 5 remaining contestants. Oh, Michelle gets her butt kicked and wipes out.
Role model modeling how to roll off a platform.
Last woman standing! That's how the princesses do it, baby!
Whoa! That's how princesses do it. Platform kissed a girl and it liked it.
Felt so wrong, it felt so right. So we have only 3 contestants left.
Only guys remaining. Eat it, girls.
Yeah, eat it, girls. Just don't spend over 50 bucks.
Let's do this.
Fernando Suave Garcia still making eyes at the sweeper, while the trash talker Devin Barry is still in it, along with cheap date Tim Spratt.
Is this all you got? Come on, guys.
Cheap date is talking trash. Let him have it, Devin. Come on. Anytime now.
I'm tired.
No excuses. Serves him right. The sweeper arm taking out the trash talker.
So we're down to our final 2 contestants.
This is me, you, man. My mano.
Be careful. You're next. Be careful.
Don't tell me be careful. I'm your enemy.
Jump it. Jump.
Oh, wow. I have to see that again.
Tim is caught by the sweeper arm and knocked him into the next podium. Spleen check.
Fernando, you're so vain you probably thought this round was about you. And you'd be right. Congrats on the $1,000. And that bruise.
That means Fernando will be moving on, along with Ditzy Princess Crystal Wilhite, cheap date Tim Spratt, role model Michelle Avedissian, Devin Barry, our terrible trash talker, and shiny happy Vicki Kim.
Welcome back to Wipeout, a heartfelt show about love, life, and laughing at people who fall down in uncomfortable ways.
Speaking of falling down, the Gyro Sweeper took out half of our hopefuls, leaving us with just the top 6.
That's right. We have our trash talker, Devin Barry, the ditzy princess, Crystal Wilhite, Fernando Suave, shiny happy Vicki Kim, our role model, Michelle Avedissian, and of course, cheap date, Tim Spratt.
That's 6 people, all with one thought on their minds, adding 50 grand to their bank account. But in order to get that chance in the Wipeout Zone, they first have to get through our brand spanking new slippery course. We do this in 4 rounds. We start at the top of the slick slide. It's a race to the bottom and dash toward one of my favorites, branch in the face. Then it's on to the bullseye buoys, shifting platforms that are specially designed for wipeouts. And finally, the spinner, when the first person to stand up on the center platform advances. The remaining 5 then have to run the course again, only this time they face the slippery wall. And John, I think this one is clear. The wall is slippery, steeply banked, and it will be difficult to get across. Like before, one person advances while the others then run the course again.
All right, just give me the cue when you want me to start firing.
It's bow and arrow.
Duh, those giant bullseyes will make great target practice.
You know, we don't have a lot of rules here on the show, but one of them is don't shoot the contestants.
Thanks, Mom. Let's go down to the action.
Jill! I'm coming for you!
That's our cheap date Tim asking the lovely Jill out for some burgers and fries.
And they're off, screaming down the slick slide, which is slick, but not as slick as Fernando thinks he is. And there's our role model, first to the branch in the face.
Yeah, John, the way this works is... Oh, well, like that.
Our leaders, role model and Fernando, first to the bullseye buoys. Cheap date making himself a third wheel. He's on.
Fernando wants out of that gene pool fast, and he is on to the next boot.
Cheap date and Ditzy Princess sharing a wipeout. He went Dutch, of course.
Our role model. Oh, kids, do not try that at home.
That leaves Fernando Suave alone in front, but here comes shiny happy. Oh, let's make that slippy muddy Vicki. She is down.
That leaves Fernando, vain and feeling no pain, headed for the finish. No surprise, he places himself on a pedestal first.
Trash Talker hot on Fernando's tail, though. Fernando looks over, maybe feeling the heat. Trash Talker making moves.
Ditzy Princess ditches Cheap Date, who, has to settle for a kiss on the cheek.
Fernando Suave on the spinner, still needs to make it to the top to win. Trash Talker trying to stop him, but Fernando's almost there.
Trash Talker jumps anyway and slips off.
Oh, he's got it. A gorgeous finish jump.
Who's the man? You the man. This one here? Oh, yeah. Not the man.
All right, guys, round 2 is about to begin.
Our remaining 5 slide speedily down the slide, slick slide, slippity slide.
You having fun?
Well, I have to entertain myself since you took my bow and arrow away.
Cheap Date is the first at branch in the face. He's followed by Trash Talker and the role model, who would like to remind you kids, always hold the door open for a lady.
That's Cheap Date, first out on the slippery wall. You know, John, when I was running the course this morning, as I usually do, I discovered the best strategy is to get as high as you can and go as fast as possible. Otherwise, when the rope stops here, you won't have enough inertia to get you there. Then you wind up looking like this here.
How are we supposed to jump to there?
No.
Yeah, John, this is not the way the stunt was designed. I mean, the slipping is, but, yeah, I don't think they get it. There's Cheap Date. He's a couple of bucks shy.
Will Ditzy Princess become the queen? Ooh, she takes a powder.
Shiny Happy seems to have the right idea. But her happy feet weren't happy enough.
A role model high on the slope, but not moving very quickly. No!
And here comes Cheap Date, moving quickly, but not very high.
And now he's crying in frustration like he does at the end of his dates, John.
Role model staying high, and she's got it. Yeah, leave it to the role model to show everybody else how it's done.
Behind her, Ditzy Princess is in pursuit, and now in Vermont.
Our leader, the role model, carefully crossing those pedestals. Now she'll have to jump onto that spinner. She's on, but will she fall into that water?
No.
Yes, yes, yes.
That means, 1, she'll have to swim back to the start of the pedestals. 2, the race is now wide open.
Taking advantage is Shiny Happy, and she has got it.
Our role model better hurry up because Vicki could take this thing. She's moving quickly onto the pedestal. Oh, that is a frown-inducing wipeout.
Yeah, as you can see, the teeth-first approach did not work out well for Shiny Happy.
Role model and Shiny Happy out of that water, ready to try again. Role model getting ready to leap, and she's there. She's got to make her way to the top now.
Forget Gandhi, John. Michelle is my new role model. All she has to do is stand up, and that's it. She will move on to the Wipeout Zone. She is truly an inspiration to us all.
All right, our contestants are ready for round 3. Our final 4 quickly down the slick slide.
There's our Cheap Date up first, and branches his way come.
Shiny Happy having some trouble, but keeps a smile. That's Cheap Date onto the first buoy. He's already moving on to the second one. Johnny Cheap Date might make it to third base.
Whoa! That looked like it hurt, but not as much as this. It's funnier every time I see it, Anderson.
Trash Talker using those pins to his advantage. He is onto that third buoy, and it's Ditzy Princess.
Oh, man!
Got crowned.
Trash Talker done with the buoys and having a hard time running both his legs and his mouth.
Nonetheless, he's to the pedestals. You suppose anybody can catch him.
Cheap Date might have a chance.
Oh! About as good a chance as he has with Jill. Trash Talker ready to jump and easily onto the spinner. Now all he has to do is make it to the top.
I think we have a winner.
And he stands. Roll Devin buried to the curb because it's trash day in the Wipeout Zone.
And the only thing sore about this loser are her muscles.
All right, Devin, come right here. Congratulations.
Nice.
Now that you're here, I hope that you start trash talking.
Yeah, why did we ever call him a trash talker, John?
Jill, I'm a mean trash talker.
Oh, right.
So this is the final round now.
Which means it's the last time our Cheap Date will have a slippery encounter with 2 ladies for a while.
He's on to branch in the face, followed by Ditzy Princess. And then Shiny Happy. Oh, took one in the teeth.
Cheap Date already running with noodle in hand. Can he make it? No.
And here comes Ditzy Princess.
And that was not the sound I was expecting.
She makes it across, though, John, and she's up already to the pedestals. Cheap Date, hot in pursuit. Can he make it across? He does.
Well, he better hurry because the Ditzy Princess is a jump away from ascending to the Ditzy throne. Yeah, and Shiny Happy Vicki is in no rush.
Ditzy Princess makes it to the spinner.
No! Royal flush down the drain.
That leaves it open for Cheap Date. Onto the spinner, and now he just needs to climb to the top. He's got it, and he seems plenty enthused about it, John.
Yeah, well, he knows he gets one more free meal from us. Joining Cheap Date in the Wipeout Zone will be Fernando Suave, role model Michelle Avedissian, and trash talker Devin Barry.
Welcome back to Wipeout. We have made it to the big showdown.
Yes, we have, and this is the moment I've been waiting for because everything about the Wipeout Zone is brand new, Johnny.
We serve at your pleasure, John. The Wipeout Zone made up of several stages, and this week it works like this. Contestants are literally rocketed into the zone using our catapults.
Then a short swim over to the gears of doom, John. 3 spinning gears that the contestants must cross, forcing them to time their leaps precisely. Any misstep will send them back into the icy water below.
Next, it's on to the scary go-round, a moving bridge circling in opposite directions. Contestants must cross the plank, head up the stairs, then make it across this arm to the other side.
And finally, the gauntlet, made up of 3 punching pistons, then the foam-filled turntable, and last, contestants must cross a dangerous drop bridge to the finish platform.
4 competitors remain, and the fastest one pockets 50 grand. It's just that simple.
Well, I am fired up to see this Wipeout Zone in action. First up, Fernando Suave. He's down with Joe.
Fernando, obviously your good looks got you here, right?
That's right.
Okay, so does this make you nervous at all?
Very. Holy cow.
Fernando Suave started his day with some handsome wipeouts on our qualifier. He took home an attractive $1,000 before being given the cold shoulder by the gyro arm. But on our slippery course, Fernando set a very good-looking standard for the Wipeout Zone.
All right, here we are, set to get things started tonight. Fernando Suave, looking good.
Linda, I love you.
Oh, sending some words of love to the ladies back home.
And we are ready to see this all-new Wipeout Zone in action. Fernando walks in flying into the Wipeout Zone.
Whoa!
Spectacular. Let's take another look.
Very quick release, launching into the sea of love below. Not able to keep his feet beneath him.
That's right, making his way to the Gears of Doom. That's an obstacle so hard that contestants actually have a choice. After wiping out, they can try again, or they can just move on and take a time penalty.
What is he doing?
Wow.
John, what did he do right there? We need to see this again.
Look, very good position on the second gear, but then he looks a little confused, backtracks, and into the water he goes.
And it looks like he's going to try it again, John, and opt not to take the time penalty.
Fernando does not make the same mistake twice. His second attempt much better. Now onto that final gear.
Charming his way past the Gears of Doom, John, a very, very difficult obstacle.
And now he's onto the scary go-round, which, as we know, John, this is all about timing.
And Fernando going for it. Oh, hit to his pretty face. Let's see that again. Look at this. The man who was vain becomes the man in pain as his clock is clean.
Fernando fast the first time, even quicker here. A clean run to the center, climbs up, very good position, but you gotta watch, it's still slippery and it could be treacherous with that table turning.
He has to be cautious as he makes his way over. Doesn't want to get off on the wrong side here. Ooh, almost falling, trying to get his balance.
And he slides safely in. Well done. And Fernando over the gauntlet now.
Yeah, now remember, first up are those punching pistons. You have to be super quick here or they will knock you into the water.
Starting to cross. Oh, and he gets knocked over. Oh, and rocked by the pistons.
Fernando, a bad boy, and the piston gives him a spanking on the behind for his trouble.
And that will also spank a little time onto his clock. Poised to try this again. Needs to get moving, and he is onto that turntable filled with foam.
Look at that, just covering those baby browns.
Fernando leaping onto our last obstacle, the drop bridge.
You know why they call it the drop bridge, don't you?
I got a feeling we're about to find out. There it goes, and look at Fernando, good balance to hang on there, pulling himself up, and he gets it done. The time for Fernando Suave, 7 minutes, 5 seconds.
You hear that, John? Fernando rocks, and he doesn't mind it if he has to say so himself.
From the man who set the time to a lady who sets examples. Here comes the role model, and let's take a look at what she did to get here tonight. Our role model's been on a roll all day, giving us wipeouts we can look up to. The sweeper hit she absorbed gave us inspiration. But the spills Michelle took en route to the Wipeout Zone really gave us something to believe in.
Michelle Avedisian sending a prayer up to her role model, and who can blame her? She's loaded into a catapult. Fernando Suave looking on from the sidelines.
There's the buzzer. She's frightened as she's launched.
Oh, Johnny, I felt that one up here in the booth.
Let's take another look with instant replay. Notice as she's flying through the air, she rotates forward and lands right on her face. And she looks to be shaken a little bit here, trying to gather herself, but moving awfully slowly.
Yeah, you could actually hear her slap the water, John, but Michelle is the role model, so she should never be counted out. She's already onto the gears of doom.
Oh, spoke a bit too soon, Johnny. Back in the water.
In the water.
Fernando liking what he's seeing, John, just like when he looks at the mirror.
But she's determined to go at it again.
Yeah, remember, she can choose to move on after wiping out and take a time penalty, but she's determined to make her way across. She's onto the second gear. Is she going to be able to pull herself up?
Oh, no. Falls back in the water.
Yeah, our role model swimming on. It appears she has finally opted for the time penalty, and quite frankly, I don't blame her.
John, very tricky obstacle. Very difficult. Michelle onto that scary go-round. Look at that, just a weary expression on her face. A lot of wear and tear. She's got to get a move on. And that was a move off.
Yeah, she has taken a lot of punishment so far, John.
Yeah, but she continues to fight here in the Wipeout Zone. Getting herself pumped back up. She's got 30 seconds left on the clock, though.
There she goes, showing us just how much mental strength this competition requires.
Making what amounts to a final run here. Might she pull off the impossible? Yeah, the clock would suggest no, but she's short on time, long on perseverance. Here she goes. Oh no.
Oh.
That's gonna do it painfully.
Look at this, John. She is still swimming, no quit in her, but her time has expired.
Yep, Michelle clearly not feeling like a role model, but we are all very impressed with her performance nonetheless here in the Wipeout Zone. Welcome back to Wipeout. We are halfway through the Wipeout Zone, Johnny, and Fernando Suave holds our time to beat.
Good looks, a great time. The man has it all, John.
Well, I know a couple of people who would love to take it all away from him. Cheap date Tim Spratt, he wants his shot, but first, it's trash talker Devin Barry. Let's see what brought him to the Wipeout Zone.
Devin began his day with the qualifier, talking some smack of its own. Then the sweeper gave our loudmouth a big bang. But at the slippery course, it was put up for shut-up time as Devin made his way to the Wipeout Zone.
Devin Barry about to go for $50,000. He's a tall drink of water in the catapult, about to be launched into a large pool of water. There's Fernando, our current leader, watching and hoping's about all he can do. 7:05's his time.
Devin flying through the air. Holy Sully, that's a water landing. Looks like he's bobbing for apples, John. He took such a hit, I don't think he knows which end is up.
Yeah, having a hard time righting himself, but let's take a look at that replay. Water is hard, and that is a slow-moving Devin Barry.
Yeah, and it is not just from being launched by the catapult, John. That water is so cold, it shocks your system and affects your movement.
Well, Devin's sure taking his time, Fernando.
His sweet time, and I like that.
Oh, wow, there's a sight, huh? Gears of Doom smacking the smack talker right in the kisser.
Absolutely, and it looks like Devin's going to take another stab at this incredibly difficult obstacle, but he's moving slowly.
Yeah, clearly beat up a bit here in the early going. Now, he's managed to get onto that first gear again, onto the second, but he's hanging on there, aiming for the third gear, and there he lost his balance.
He fell. Good for you.
But bad for Devin Barry. As you can see, this obstacle, John, all about timing.
And John, frankly, I'm a little surprised to see Devin up here taking a third attempt at the Gears of Doom.
Yeah, I think he's still a little scrambled from the catapult, and it is clearly affecting his judgment. And into the water he goes once again.
Hey guys, it looks like Devin is taking the penalty and he's moving on to the next obstacle.
Yeah, and here's why. Just a hard hit sending him back in the drink, and now moving very slowly as he crawls his way to the scary go-round.
Yeah, Devin is a crawling example of how difficult the Gears of Doom are. They really take it out of you.
And it looks like, yeah, if you guys don't mind, I'm gonna take a little break here. Just a moment to myself.
Is he quitting?
Oh, that's it. He's done. He's quit.
I quit.
John, I don't think he ever recovered from the botched entry into the Wipeout Zone off that catapult.
Okay, that was definitely good for you. Yes.
7 minutes, 5 seconds, still the time to beat.
Can nobody beat this Adonis?
Well, Johnny, maybe Cheap Date can. That's Tim Spratt. He's loading himself into the catapult. Let's see how he got here to the Wipeout Zone. He may be a cheap date, but Tim was not frugal when it came to wiping out in the qualifier. And he gave us one of the best wipeouts ever on the sweeper. But his performance on the slippery course won him a dream date with the Wipeout Zone.
I'm taking this. I got it. It's in the bag.
Well, I'm convinced, but somehow I don't think Fernando's buying.
Anything can happen, and it's about to happen now. Here in the final stage of the Wipeout Zone, we are down to this. There's the buzzer, and Tim Spratt launched into the darkness, headed for the drink.
Tim Spratt doused with water like the countless times he's had a drink thrown in his face.
But he is moving very quickly. In fact, the fastest time today over to the gears of doom. He's onto that first gear. Holds onto the second. Wow, right onto the third. Johnny, is he going to do this? Oh, my goodness. And Fernando, that is the look of a man who might be in some trouble.
And speaking of trouble, the scary go-round has been nothing but trouble today.
Oh! That is unfortunate. We see it again. Just a slap to the side of the face. You know what? Something I expect a cheap date is used to, right? Tim, ready for a second try, though.
That's right. He's ready to throw down and up onto the obstacle. He may be a cheap date, but I'll tell you, he is giving a priceless effort here in the Wipeout Zone today.
There he is, riding 15 feet above the water on the scary go-round, edging forward, and a clean jump onto that final obstacle, and he is into the gauntlet.
Wow, well done. And he flies past the pistons without even being touched.
Very impressive. Tim setting a record-breaking time here. Only one obstacle to go. That's our drop bridge. And it's got about a 5-minute cushion. Oh, no!
All right, that's just what you needed, Fernando.
That is what Fernando needed. That's going to put some time on the clock. We take another look at it. Into the water for Tim Spratt.
But if he's careful, he still has enough time to make it through the course.
All right, Fernando, there's one person standing between you and 50 grand. How's that feel?
I'm petrified.
As he should be. Tim Spratt already onto the drop bridge platform again.
The drop bridge designed to drop at different rates every time, so you don't know what you're going to get.
Rides it down successfully. Now it's just an easy jump to the end.
No,
he can't.
Yeah! Fernando could be the luckiest guy on the planet. Look at this again. Tim grabs on, but his weight just too much for him.
Well, $120 is a considerable burden to carry, John. Pauses, fires past the pistons. Very impressive so far. Already onto the turntable.
I agree with you, John. Spectacular work. And with that, he's now back at the drop bridge. We've been here before, unsuccessfully, though, twice. Can he overcome his Achilles heel in our Wipeout Zone tonight, take home that 50 grand? And that is not a pretty sight for Fernando. He's made it. Tim Spratt, your new Wipeout champion.
You just won $50,000. You just won Wipeout.
And Jill Wagner, you just won yourself a steak. Under $50, of course. Tim's cheap.
Well, that's going to do it for us. Be sure to tune in next week for 24 new contestants. We've got brand new obstacles, John, and of course, a ton of new wipeouts. Until then, America, I'm John Anderson.
And for our colleague Jill Wagner, I'm John Henson saying good night and big balls.
The stage is set. Tonight, on a very special edition of Wipeout, 12 ordinary couples will go head-to-head with the most extraordinary obstacle course ever assembled. Those brave enough must be prepared to endure breathtaking spills.
You can do it! Hang on!
Spectacular tumbles and catastrophic falls.
That was awesome.
Only the swiftest and fastest two couples will move on and compete in our final obstacle course, the biggest of them all, the Wipeout Zone. The final step on the journey to $50,000.
Come on, sweet girl.
The epic competition begins now to see which couple will emerge victorious and who will wipe out.
Remember to breathe.
Hello, America, and welcome to a very special couples edition of Wipeout. I'm John Anderson here alongside John Henson.
You know, John, I've been thinking about other celebrity duos with cool nicknames like Brangelina and Tomcat, and I came up with one for us. Are you ready?
Yeah.
It's Henson.
Henson?
Yeah. I took the hen from my last name and the son from yours. Works great, right?
Let me think about it.
All right.
Deal, huh? Tonight, 12 couples will try and conquer the biggest, craziest obstacle course ever assembled. And the one couple left standing at the end of the day will share $50,000.
But before any couple can claim that prize, they'll have to run the Wipeout qualifier together.
The first obstacle will be the diving board trapeze.
Swingers welcome.
The big balls plus our motivator is next.
That is some big love right there.
We follow that up with the log roll maze. And finally, the fender bender.
Love is a battlefield, my friend.
Of our 12 fearless pairs, only those with the top 6 times will make it past the qualifier and move into our next round. So, without further ado, we go down to the third member of our Wipeout team. That's Jill Wagner, who's standing by with our first couple of the day.
Thanks, guys. I'm down here with Jose and Darlene Gonzalez. How are you?
Good, we're good.
All right, now, how long you two guys been together?
About 30 years.
Okay, so what's the secret to staying together 30 years?
Yes, honey.
John is whipped and he hasn't even reached an obstacle yet.
Today, our couples will start the course together, but tackle the obstacles one at a time.
Come on.
Jose on his way to the diving board trapeze where he needs to avoid that.
Yeah, the idea here is to use the trapeze to swing across the mud and land on the platform, not hit the side of it.
Hurry up, Jose! Come on!
John, you know what they say, behind every great man, there's a woman.
Do it, come on!
Yelling at him.
Faster!
Oh, wow!
Come on, get up!
Jose does a backward flip onto his head.
Go faster!
Jose finally to the platform where he has to wait now for Darlene's turn.
Oh, shoot.
No, but that doesn't look good.
Remember, Darlene, determination is 99% of the game. The other 1%, letting go of the bar.
Come on, you can do it. Let's go.
Oh, my God.
Darlene just needs to tag Jose before he can continue.
You're it, and he is off to the big balls.
Do it, come on!
Ooh!
I think that went well.
If you think so, Jill, an exhausted Jose making his way up to the platform means it's time for his partner to tackle the big balls. Here goes Darlene. Oh, but that's an excellent bounce.
Wow, the big ball's dishing out the tough love now, Johnny.
Come on.
Oh, my God!
Darlene, she'll again tag Jose, and he will be the first one up on the log roll maze.
Go, babe.
You want to go first?
No.
Look at Jose, ever the gentleman.
You know, I don't think ladies first is supposed to be based on how winded you are.
Give me a break.
Go.
I just swam.
Go, I'm tired. Come on.
Who said romance is dead, huh?
You can do it.
This is cold.
I know, keep going.
That is love.
Yes, it is, Jill. 30 years of it.
Jose is going, Gonzalez.
No way.
All right, Johnny, one more obstacle. This fender bender may be the toughest qualifier obstacle of them all. See what I mean?
Jose watches Darlene wipe out, and he is literally tearing up at the thought of it.
Not really sure that's the case, Johnny. Darlene at the finish spot, but you know, the clock, it doesn't stop until Jose joins her.
Oh, they even wipe out the same.
Well, together they have finished the course, and their time is 7 minutes and 10 seconds.
John, after all these years, they still take each other's breath away.
God, that was hard.
And we take you away to the diving board trapeze. This is Eddie and Summer Dees. They've been together for 8 years.
Love is in the air.
No, that's just summer.
I think you mean fall.
Great to see these couples communicating, John.
Just keep going. Go.
Cornerstone of any relationship.
Remember to breathe. That helps.
Johnny, it feels like the summer of love as our couples have to rely on each other to make it through the course.
Oh, honey.
Working together, the key here.
As we say here on Wipeout, couples who stay together, bounce together.
You say that?
I just did.
And now merrily skipping along, Travis Petty's and Casey Burton. And we're told they've been together a year and he cannot get enough of her home cooking.
She's killing him with kindness, John, and saturated fat.
Full flip renders our fender bender senseless.
It's a good wipeout.
Couldn't stomach the fender bender, John.
He's
fender bender intolerant.
Let's see if Casey can cook up a successful fender bender run.
Whoops, looks like she's going fishing for dinner. Cookers Travis and Casey finish with a time of 5 minutes and 13 seconds.
Put a fork in him, he's done.
I don't know, he looks a little doughy. Might need a few more minutes.
Jill, who do we have next?
Okay, thanks, guys. I'm down here with Shane and Sally Harris. Now, I hear, Shane, that you do a little kind of a pose called the moose.
Serious?
Pose? Yeah, I'm serious. I'm serious. Wow, we're getting nude for this one.
Oh.
That's the move.
John, I don't think he knows we shoot in the middle of moose country. Someone should warn him it's mating season. He should put that away immediately.
Moose on the loose, on his way up to the big balls. There's Mrs. Moose cheering him on. Oh my goodness, Johnny, incredible. Shane, the first person today to clear the big balls. Whoa!
Even his brother's cheering him on.
Let's watch Sally now. Hey!
Yeah. At least she wiped out in style.
Yeah, Jill, these two are nothing but style.
All right, Shane was perfect on the big balls. Now the log roll man.
Cruising along.
This guy's like a robot.
Sally's turn. Let's see how Mrs. Moose does. Does not do well. And yet this couple making excellent time as they move on to our final obstacle, the fender bender. Oh, incredible!
Unbelievable.
Did it again.
Man moose across the fender bender. He cleared 2 obstacles, John. That's unheard of.
Must be the animal in him because very few people could do that.
Whoa! I guess these moose are mere mortals.
Shane and Sally Moose finishing with a remarkable time of 3 minutes, 23 seconds.
And they appear to be celebrating with a moose mating dance.
I can see why he's tanking. Jill, who's next?
Okay, guys, I'm down here with Michael Garcia and Susan Molina. All right, now, 50 G's. What are you going to do with money if you win?
Oh, well, she wants me to remove...
It says Shelly!
She wants me to remove this tattoo of my ex-wife.
To remove the tattoo of his ex-wife's name.
No, I definitely do. It's from my future wife right here.
Ooh, might want to hold off on that Susan tattoo you had planned.
Down the ramp go Michael Garcia and Susan Molina. Oh, goodness, Michael just can't stop himself from taking the plunge.
I think he's hoping the tattoo will just wash off, John. Is he even back there?
Well, here goes Susan. Whoa, poor woman has a negative vertical. Michael finally appearing out of the water.
He's taking his time, John. Doesn't want to rush into anything. He's been down that road before.
He's up and he's off now, shaking it off. Susan now approaching the second diving board, and Michael hustling to catch up with him.
Hey, he's down on his knees, ready to propose. Oh, we got a runaway bride. Look at Susan go. She is playing hard to get.
That horn means Michael gets to go now.
Come on, baby, you can do it, do it.
Your time to shine, Michael.
Go, come on.
Aye.
Well, the effort was there, but the connection to the trapeze wasn't.
Okay, guys, now this is where the teamwork really comes in.
Let's go, you can do it. Come on, sweetheart. Come on. Come on. Go.
Yeah, right.
Come on, man.
Well, Jill, while they try to get their teamwork together, our team's gonna take a break.
Yeah, right.
John, Shelley is a very lucky woman.
John, that's Susan. Shelley's the ex-wife.
Exactly.
Welcome back to our very special couples edition of Wipeout.
Where love hurts, and sometimes leaves a welt.
Henson, huh?
Yeah, I'm telling you, the tabloids will eat it up with a spoon.
All right, 12 couples began the day, but only our top 6 are going to make it through the qualifier and on to the next round.
And they'll be one step closer to the grand prize of $50,000.
Speaking of people who are nowhere near that prize, before the break you met Michael Garcia and Susan Molina.
Here's what you missed during the break. It was very romantic. First, Michael stopped to serenade.
Hey, you know, baby.
Go. Let's go. Come on.
Then Susan just stopped.
Then both of them got creamed by the fender bender.
So they probably won't be advancing to the next round, but our next couple, they definitely look ready to attack the course.
And each other, apparently.
Now that's what I call big love.
Wow, these two are intimidating. Huh.
My hair all crazy already.
Yeah, mine too.
All right, guys, I'm down here with Lorie Beth and Brian Schwab. Welcome to the show, guys.
Hello.
Howdy.
Hi. Hi. Now, what about the other competitors? Absolutely convinced we can crush everyone. Okay, now why is that?
I can tell you why.
Let's see how this muscle couple handles the course.
Apparently Lorie Beth has a crippling fear of puddles. Hey, she overcame it.
And she's really happy about it, too.
Baby steps, John.
No baby steps for Brian. He is literally flying through the diving board trapeze.
Wow. These two definitely ate their Wheaties and racehorse amino acids this morning.
Lorie Beth jumps. Oh, lands in the mud. But a quick resurface and she'll get another shot here.
Come on, come on, come on!
Uh-oh.
That was a nice yell.
Team Muscle has made the tag, and Brian is now up to the big balls.
Go, Brian!
John, these couples have been motivating each other so much today that our motivator's sort of been a third wheel. But the big balls, getting some action.
John, is this Mr. Universe or Miss America? I've never seen somebody fix their hair on the big balls. And I wasn't expecting it to be this guy.
Well, Johnny, they're a tough couple, but they're no match for the Mortensons. Jill spoke with Ben and Heather earlier.
I hear that you proposed someplace special.
At Disneyland, it was awesome.
Well, you know, that is the happiest place on earth.
Yes, it is. Besides being here with Jill.
And my wife. That's right.
Oh, boy. Yep, that's going to get him a night on the couch. Let's see if Ben has better luck on our big balls.
Oh, crap.
Obviously distracted by the trouble he's going to be in when he gets home.
Yeah, Johnny, he's in hot water now. Well, cold, actually.
How'd you have time to plug your nose?
Heather, that is a great question. John, how did he have time to plug his nose?
He sure wasn't quick enough to plug his mouth.
Besides being here with Jill.
And my wife. That is, that's right.
Now it's Heather's turn on the big balls.
Come on, baby, you can do it.
Wow!
That was awesome.
Ben, it's even more awesome in super slow-mo.
Wow, when she says she'll have a headache tonight, she'll mean it.
Come on, baby.
I want a divorce.
Let's go, baby, let's go.
Our next couple, a pair of 20-somethings who say they're here for the love of the game, spirit of the competition, purity of the sport.
So let me ask you guys about your shirts. What was the inspiration here?
Well, we're Team Money.
And the motivation is get money.
Well, they're not Team Subtlety.
And with moves like that, he might get the money.
Oh, he is so muddy, he doesn't even know it.
Johnny, is he having a seizure?
Yeah, seizure of assets. High five, Anderson.
John, the diving board trapeze has been shaking up all of our contestants today. We've seen the one-handed approach, landing on the wall approach,
and this guy who decided to leave it all on the course.
Yeah. Maybe our shortest couple of the day, Paul and Rachel, can come up big in the qualifier.
Ooh, just short.
You know, if she had been just a few yards taller, she'd have had that.
I don't think they're tall enough to ride this obstacle.
Jill now with our next couple, who are joining us from wine country.
Okay, guys, how excited are you to be on Wipeout? Was that a crow?
No, that's a...
That's a cheer. So that's your team cheer?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, here goes Team Cacaw.
Definitely not flying like a crow, but looking like a rooster.
John, the cacaw has hit the fan.
Well, sometimes cacaw happens, John.
I'm beginning to wonder if that's involuntary.
If there's anything that can stop a good cacaw party, it's the big balls.
Told you. Our final couple on the qualifier is Tim and Jenny Johnson. Call themselves the tortoise and the hare. Jill tried to find out which is which.
Who's the tortoise, who's the hare?
We'll find out.
Do you guys have any tattoos?
A heart on my cheek with her name on it.
There's a heart on mine as well with his name.
Tim?
Mine has too much, there's too much hair covering.
Well, that answered that question.
And the hare is the first to approach the diving board trapeze.
This could get hairy, John.
Oh, a hard hit. It's a soft landing.
Whoa!
Go on!
We almost landed it, but his hair went in the mud.
No, it didn't, John.
Yes, it did.
Well, let's see if the tortoise slows him down. Whoa!
Ooh. Well, the tortoise is not known for its leaping ability, John.
Okay, Johnny, let's see how the hare stands up to the big balls.
Oh, valiant effort, but the tortoise is running out of steam.
Well, let's see if the tortoise can catch up to the hare over on the log roll maze.
Oh. No funny faces, Jill. If they keep up this pace, they'll definitely advance to the next round.
And the hare racing at full speed.
Ooh, missed it by the hair of his little You know.
Well, let's see if the tortoise slows him down.
I think we may be looking at turtle soup here, John.
Yeah! No, check this out. Wow. All the way across the fender bender. Second person today.
That's unheard of. And she Galapagos for the finish spot.
Moving on, the tortoise and the hare.
Okay, let's hop to our leaderboard. Moving on with them, we have Team Muscle, Brian and Lorie Beth. Team Money, Aaron and Ashana. And don't underestimate our shortest couple, the tiny team of Paul and Rachel.
Also moving on are Mr. and Mrs. Moose, Shane and Sally, and Team Home Cooking, Travis and Casey. Hello, guys and gals, and we welcome you back to our special couples edition of Wipeout, where love is on the rocks, and it ain't no surprise.
I love that song. After our qualifying round, we've cut the contestants in half, and 6 couples will be moving on. Among them, we have Team Muscle, Brian and Lorie Beth, the Tortoise and the Hare, Tim and Jenny, and Team Home Cooking, Travis and Casey.
We also have Tiny Team, that's Paul and Rachel, Team Money, Aaron and Ashana, and Mr. and Mrs. Moose, Shane and Sally, the moosiest moose we know.
You know, John, I think it was Shakespeare who said, "Love bites. Love bleeds, and it's bringing me to my knees."
Yeah, a couple of things. A, not Shakespeare, it was Def Leppard. B, lots of our couples are about to be brought to their knees by the next obstacle. King of the Mountain. Our 6 couples will stand on 10-foot-high pedestals as the platform moves around and around. The first 3 couples, who can both make their way to one of the 6 spots near the edge of the mountain, move on to the next round. But they have to avoid 2 giant clubs rotating in the opposite direction. And this week, each couple can only move on again if both its members have claimed a spot on the mountain.
Wait. You're saying we could have 6 people on the mountain and nobody moving on?
That's what I'm saying.
Well, why didn't you say so? Let's go down to the action.
Oh, this is gonna be fun and a half.
Yeah, the muscle couple is totally pumped and ready to dominate.
My foot's asleep.
Or maybe not.
And the King of the Mountain is underway.
Who's going first?
First, in a race, that'll be our hare, Tim, who has an unlucky rabbit's foot.
Muscle Man Brian is on and quickly off the platform. And Mrs. Muscle, Lorie Beth, gets sucker punched.
That's okay, John. She's used to it.
Well, we still have no one on the mountain as Shane Mr. Moose jumps onto the platform.
He avoids the club and taxidermy and mounts the mountain.
Oh, and our hare Tim right behind him. He runs across the platform, and he's also on the mountain. But neither of these guys guaranteed to move on until their better halves join them. Speaking of which, where are the ladies?
Maybe they stopped to ask for directions.
John.
Sorry.
That's Team Money's Aaron concocting a pyramid scheme to the top.
Come on, pull yourself up.
Oh, bumped by the mountain, but it doesn't make a difference. He's the 3rd man up. Guys, making it look so easy.
Well, Muscle Man is on the platform, and he heads for the center.
Oh, and hanging out with those massive biceps.
I go for tone, not bulk, John.
He puts them to good use, pulling himself up and making it onto the mountain.
Testosterone count, 4 zip.
Casey, our master home cooker, is off the back burner and into the frying pan and working her way toward the mountain.
Take a look at that again. Our home cooker gets tenderized by the club.
Well, Mrs. Moose looks ready.
Sally, lay your head down.
She gets a little encouragement from her husband, and whoa, she's hanging on by Money's leg. Mr. Moose trying to hold on, but that's hard to do when you don't have opposable thumbs. Oh, Moose dropping.
Well, I guess that leaves the platform open. Tortoise leaps and, he gets shelled, but managing to hold on.
All right, you got it.
Fear the turtle.
She keeps plodding along.
So the tortoise completes the hare, and they're the first couple to advance.
Finally.
But we still need 2 more couples to move on.
Good job, pal.
Mrs. Moose is on, and she makes her way down to the platform like it's Main Street in a small Alaskan town.
And she makes it to the center, Johnny. Mr. and Mrs. Moose, the 2nd couple to make it to the top of the mountain.
Aw, their parents couldn't be more proud.
And that means we have room for 1 more pair on the mountain. Both Money and Mr. Muscle still waiting for their women in order to move on, while Team Home Cooking and Tiny are still waiting to get a partner on the mountain. Tiny Paul makes it onto the platform, heads for the middle, and with a supersized effort, he makes it to the top of the mountain, John.
Good job, Paul.
But with no misses on the mountain, Tiny Paul can't move on until she gets there.
Don't sweat the small stuff. Mrs. Muscle on the platform again, and Mrs. Money right behind her.
But Mrs. Muscle is up. Ooh, she gets separated from the platform.
The eater goes for seconds, makes it onto the platform, and look at it, he's going right over Mrs. Money. Oh, wow!
Woohoo! We have got to see that one again.
Wow, Johnny, that is one of the hardest hits I've seen.
Still not as hard as this one.
Oh! Nice. So we have 7 people on the mountain, but only 2 couples ready to move on. So we still need 1 more lady to get to the middle before this round ends.
Come on, love.
Will Mrs. Muscle be the one to complete the final couple?
Not if our home cooker has anything to say about it. Ooh, but Mrs. Muscle is up, and she makes it onto the mountain, and that completes our final couple.
So Team Muscle, Brian and Lorie Beth will be moving on, along with Mr. and Mrs. Moose, Shane and Sally, and the tortoise and the hare, Tim and Jenny.
Welcome back to our special couples edition of Wipeout,
where the couple that wipes out together gets muddy and argues on the way home.
Speaking of those final 3 couples, here they are. We have Mr. and Mrs. Moose, Shane and Sally. Team Muscle, Brian and Lorie Beth. Tortoise and the hare, Tim and Jenny.
And of those 3 couples, just 2 will be moving on to the Wipeout Zone and get a shot at our $50,000 prize.
But standing in their way, Dizzy Dummy 2.0.
Oh, yeah.
Here's how it works. Contestants strapped into the Dizzy Dummy until they're good and dizzy.
Then it's onto the spinner, where contestants will have to climb through the keyhole obstacle before they can move on.
Next, it's onto the Sweeper Buoy Run, and the first person on the platform doesn't have to spin again, but they don't have a spot in the Wipeout Zone until the other member of the couple wins a round. So the remaining 5 get back in the Dizzy Dummy and do the rope swing, and when that's done, spin again.
And with each member waiting for their better half to win a round before they can move on to the Wipeout Zone, we'll get to see even more wipeouts than usual, which, as we know, rules.
Rules. All right, the contestants are strapped in. Let's go down to the Dizzy Dummy.
Uh-oh. They have started up, and here is round 1.
It's like the county fair.
What kind of sadistic county fair does she go to? All that noise, John. Is this couples Dizzy Dummy or couples therapy? All right, here we go. And our moose are leading the herd.
Now, Mrs. Moose.
Oh, she gets let loose. And the tortoise is trying to unwind.
Mr. Moose making it through.
Oh, he gets tackled by the hare. Is there some kind of wilderness turf war brewing?
John, is it me, or do these people all look alike?
At least we know the muscle couple because they both have ponytails.
Mr. Moose on first, Mr. Muscle right behind him.
Oh, right in the gluteus muscle.
Did Mr. Moose jump it?
Mr. Moose showing some frustration, but taming the sweeper is no easy feat, John. I mean, it's not like, oh boy.
Oh, wait a minute.
The hare is riding it.
And he lands it. Fantastic. Did you see that, Joe? So the hare wins the round.
Slow and steady my tail.
But he's not going to the Wipeout Zone until his wife, the tortoise, wins a round as well. By the way, how did he win this round?
I think he used a little visualization technique. Oop, almost forgot. There we go.
All right, the dummy is already started up here in round 2, John. And spinning right there is Mr. Moose.
Wait a second, John, is he crying?
Yeah, crying.
Wonder if he found out his cousin is hanging on my wall.
That's the horn, so here we go. Mr. Moose leading the herd again. He makes it onto the spinner, followed by his wife, then Mr. Muscle.
That was Mrs. Muscle. Oh, she almost gets trampled by Mr. Moose.
Shane's a tough competitor.
He is. He's long, he's lean, he's mean, he's
dead in the water.
And that's Mrs. Moose. Hey, it looks like she's got the hang of it.
Now the let go of it. All right, now it's Mr. Muscle's turn. He's swinging and... Hey! Tarzan swings in for the win. Now all he needs is his Jane.
Nice job. This is round 3. 2 husbands on the sidelines there with Jill. They've each won a round, but remember, they're not moving on to the Wipeout Zone until their ladies win a round and join them.
Hey, speaking of ladies, is Mr. Moose crying again?
No, John, I think that's actually the classic case of a Dizzy Dummy face.
Ooh, he should have that looked at.
Mrs. Moose heads north. She's into the keyhole, and full speed ahead, here comes Mr. Moose. Ooh!
Sorry.
What a polite moose.
The moose are up. The tortoise is through the keyhole. She'll be coming soon. Mrs. Moose on the buoy.
Whoa! I didn't even do that.
Mr. Moose is making a move, and he's looking pretty good.
You got it! You got it!
Well, he's about to get something. A sweeper arm body shot.
I don't know, man.
You gotta go right and jump over it.
That sounds wonderful.
Mrs. Muscle going for it. Hey there! Mr. Moose gonna try another route. This is the tough part. He's got it! One last jump.
You got it!
Yep, and he's also got those moose mating dance moves.
All right, this is round 4, and it's still anybody's game.
Our 3 boys on the side, they each need their wife to win a round in order to move on to the Wipeout Zone. And remember, we're only looking for 2 couples to move on.
First out is Mrs. Moose, followed by Mrs. Muscle and our tortoise.
Come on, Jenny, out of the belt. Come on, girl.
Cute.
First time using a safety belt?
That's Mrs. Moose making it through the keyhole. The tortoise there making it on. Oh, look out for the moose.
Good thing she has an exoskeleton.
Mrs. Muscle making it to the keyhole. She'll be trying to catch Mrs. Moose.
Sally, jump hard.
Oh, God.
Or hardly jump, your choice.
Oh, no.
Mrs. Muscle getting ready.
All right, Lorie, make it count.
Just a bit outside.
The tortoise.
Go ahead, hon. You got this. Touchdown. Yeah.
Bet he wishes she was more clingy now, John.
That's Mrs. Moose swinging again.
Ooh, so close, just moosed it.
Team Schwab, LB.
Mrs. Muscle's gonna give it another tricep.
She's swinging in. And she's got it this time.
Team Schwab.
That's a couple with flex appeal. The Muscles moving on to the Wipeout Zone.
Let's go down to Jill. She's with our first 2 Wipeout Zone contestants.
Congratulations, guys. You're moving on to the Wipeout Zone. Back to you guys.
Team Schwab.
This is the 5th and final round. Now, Johnny, we are down to 2 couples.
So will it be the tortoise and the hare, or will we be seeing another moose mating dance? Let's find out.
That's Mrs. Moose first out of the gate. She's on. Oh, quickly off again.
Here comes the tortoise. Oh, they're both on now.
The tortoise is off, though, but Mrs. Moose managing to stay on. She's to the keyhole, making her way through there. The tortoise is going to try a running start this time, Johnny. She's on, but sliding. Now off.
Mrs. Moose is through and down. Tortoise is really going to have to step it up because Mrs. Moose is already at the buoy run, John. Oh, but she's down again. This is getting hard to watch.
Oh, gosh.
Mrs. Moose on the move, and she is looking very good, Johnny. Just a few more buoys. And Mr. and Mrs. Moose moving on to the Wipeout Zone.
So moving on to the Wipeout Zone, our 2 final couples, Mr. and Mrs. Moose, Shane and Sally, and Team Muscle, Brian and Lorie Beth.
We are back here on Wipeout, and it's couples night, Johnny.
That's right. We've had a day of wipeouts and slip-ups, but hopefully no breakups.
And before anybody can take home the money, they have to make it through the Wipeout Zone. Our Wipeout Zone is made up of 4 stages. It starts with the aqua launch. Contestants will attempt to control their launch into the zone while enduring a rush of 3,000 gallons of water per minute.
Then they'll have to make their way up the raging rapids and avoid being washed away by a 1,000-gallon tidal wave of mud.
Next up, the crazy sweeper, where contestants will negotiate their way across the pedestals to the other side while being chased by 2 sweeper arms and a distracting curtain of noodles.
Then finally, they'll make their way across these foamy turntables to the finish platform.
And each member of the couple will run separately, then their times will be combined, and the couple with the best total time takes home the 50 grand.
Up first will be Mr. and Mrs. Moose, Shane and Sally. They're down with Jill right now.
All right, guys, I'm down here with Shane and Sally Harris. Welcome to the Wipeout Zone, guys.
Yeah!
You made it! What are you thinking about all of this?
I'm really stoked.
Shane and Sally Harris went any which way but moose on our qualifier, where Mr. Moose beat our big balls and Mrs. Moose didn't. Shane heard the call of the wild while hunting down the first spot in the King of the Mountain, and his lady love fought like an animal to meet him in the middle. They went wild to make it through the dizzy dummy and claim their rightful place in the Wipeout Zone.
And there he is, Mr. Moose. Shane Harris will be going first for Team Moose tonight and using an inflatable sled to go down the aqua launch. And there he goes, onto our course.
Sailing into the freezing water, John, raising his arms, expressing the herd dominance as he plunges into the water.
Yeah, that's right, Johnny. He'll have his pick of the cows at running time.
Now he's got to make his way up the raging rapids before being hit with a 1,000-gallon tidal wave, and today it'll be 1,000 gallons of mud, John, and amazingly, he has managed to outrun a 1,000-gallon tidal wave of mud. Making great time here in the Wipeout Zone, but he has to make his way over to the next obstacle, perhaps the most ominous, the crazy sweeper.
A few seconds to size it up. making a run for it. Through the noodles. Little pulse. Hustling up again now. Oh, he got turned around by the noodles. Now the crazy sweeper arm catches up to him, and it sends him into the water.
Oh, our moose taking a shot in the back, John, and they're not even in season.
But he is back up and poised to take a second stab at the crazy sweeper. That first wipeout didn't seem to hurt his time too badly. So he's up, moving pretty quickly once again, already onto our pedestals, and he's hurrying and safely onto that last obstacle.
Just over the 3-minute mark at this point, and he is setting a blistering pace. Now safely onto the second turntable.
But don't forget that Mrs. Moose also has to run the course, and it will be their combined time that will set the mark to beat. He's onto the last turntable. One more jump.
I think he can smell the moolah, John.
You mean moosla?
How did I miss that?
Yeah! So with a time of 3:28, Mr. Moose, Shane Harris, has set the first half of the time to beat for his team.
An impressive half individually, but it's impossible to know just how good team-wise until we see how his wife handles the Wipeout Zone.
Okay, there she is, top of the aqua launch. Mrs. Moose ready to pick up where her husband left off.
You can do it, Sal!
And her clock will start at 3 minutes and 28 seconds.
And there's the buzzer, and she is away. Launching into the waters of the Wipeout Zone.
Wow, Sally Harris not moosing around at all.
Quickly starting her climb out onto the raging rapids. Like all other aspects of the Wipeout Zone, speed is key here, but so is sure footing. You do not want to wipe out.
She's making her way slowly and steadily up to the top, but here comes the tidal wave of mud. Take a look at that replay. The raging rapids trying to make moose an endangered species here on Wipeout.
But she is back up and trying to scale the raging rapids for a second time. Remember, her husband beat the tidal wave on this obstacle, and that's helped their time considerably. Shouts of encouragement from the sideline there. Mrs. Moose gonna need all the support she can get, though, because she's approaching the crazy sweeper.
She makes a run for it.
Yep.
Oh, no!
Double O!
That was like a twofer.
That was ruthless, Johnny.
I heard a moose will eat anything, but man, she just took a bite out of the Wipeout Zone.
Well, she's gotten herself ready to go again. Seems unfazed, but you know, now those seconds are beginning to add up to minutes. Knowing that they're gonna set the time to beat, though, she is moving quickly. Also moving quickly, that sweeper arm. Oh, laid down Sally.
Oh, so close. So close indeed, yet so far is Mrs. Moose looking at a long swim back to the beginning of the obstacle.
Once again out of the water and poised to try this for a third time. Out in front of that sweeper arm, but it's gaining ground again. Will she make it? The final obstacle awaits, and she has done it this time.
Yes! Good job! You're doing great!
All right, Ali puts her onto the first foamy turntable.
How do I do this?
Sally, you're doing awesome. Just keep it up.
Shane can cheer for her. He can't jump for her. Has to do that herself. Oh, and back into the water she goes.
And you saw just there the anguish on her husband's face. He knows exactly what she's going through right now.
Starting again at the front of the foamy turntables. Just cracked the 12-minute mark.
Yeah!
Husband Shane continuing to offer positive words to his wife.
She's got it now. She's got it.
Good work! Perfect!
And she is onto the final turntable. One more jump, and they will set the time the Team Muscle will have to beat. There she goes, and safely onto our finished platform.
Well done.
The clock stopping at 12:38. That is now the money time.
Welcome back to Wipeout. The drama is building. We are in the second half of the Wipeout Zone, and there is one couple down and one left to run.
Which means Team Muscle will be taking their shot at the Wipeout Zone next. But first, let's see how they got here.
Team Muscle, Brian and Lorie Schwab were pumped to tackle the Wipeout course. They jumped into the ring, but the qualifier showed some muscle of its own. They dug deep on King of the Mountain, then showed the bigger they are, the harder they fall on the Dizzy Dummy, but they prevailed together as a team, claiming one of the coveted couples spots in the Wipeout Zone.
All right, so first up for Team Muscle tonight will be Brian Schwab. He's ready to take his shot at the Wipeout Zone. 12 minutes, 38 seconds is the time to beat set by Mr. and Mrs. Moose.
There's the buzzer, and he's away.
And there he goes, plunging into the waters of the Wipeout Zone like a wheatgrass shot into his belly. Let's take a look at that replay. Oh, into the water, Johnny.
And now he'll take on the Raging Rapids. If you recall, Mr. Moose conquered the Raging Rapids in about 20 seconds. So if Team Muscle wants to remain competitive, it'll need to do the same or close to it. And he has managed to out-muscle the Raging Rapids, just like Mr. Moose.
Must have taken his protein shake today because he is flying on his way over to the most menacing of all obstacles in the Wipeout Zone, the Crazy Sweeper.
Now, John, the goal here, zigzag across the beam, over the pedestal, onto the next obstacle without getting hit by those massive sweeper arms.
And he makes a run for it, John, but so is that sweeper arm, and it is gonna catch him. Oh! Sends him flying into the water.
Ouch! Take a look at the replay. A crushing blow and just a stride away from the end of the obstacle.
Yeah, the Crazy Sweeper getting in plenty of crunches tonight.
Slowly taking the lead out onto the beam, patiently waiting for that arm to pass.
He's on the move. Ooh, but he's getting mired in the noodles. The sweeper arm egging him on as if it's his personal trainer, and he makes it.
Now at the final obstacle, the foamy turntable. About 30 seconds off the pace set by Mr. Moose. Oh, looks like he's headed for a rinse, Johnny, unless he can pull himself up. No, we're gonna charge Brian with a wipeout.
He is not able to pony up and get his tail back on the turntable.
He'll have to try this one again, John. Going back to the beginning is a big setback to Team Muscle's time.
But there he is, up, ready to try this one again. 3 turntables separating him now from the finish platform.
Making a move, head first into the foam on the second. Love that. Same style onto the 3rd turntable. Last jump to go. Makes that leap. And now he's onto the finished platform, and the time for the first half of the run, 6:48.
That's over 3 minutes more than it took Mr. Moose to finish the course, but with a total time to beat of 12:38, Mrs. Muscle has 50 grand in her sights.
Well, she is up next, which means we know where to find her, up top at the Aqua Launch.
So it all comes down to this, a combined time of 12 minutes, 38 seconds, the time to beat.
And the time Lorie Beth inherited from her husband, 6:48. That's where her clock starts.
And she's off. Oh, having some difficulty there at the top, but she is off nonetheless. Flying into the Wipeout Zone, getting great distance off the Aqua Launch.
In fact, a little too good, Johnny. Overshot the Raging Rapids a little bit. That's going to eat up some time that she doesn't have.
And she's onto the obstacle, moving up in a trot, but she's about to get hit with 1,000 gallons of mud. Where'd she go, John? Oh, there she is.
He is back at the bottom, gasping for air. Let's take another look at that.
John, she looks like a protein shake in a blender.
Come on, Lorie!
Receiving some words of encouragement from her husband there.
And she crawls her way to the top of the Raging Rapids.
Woo!
Good job, Lorie!
Doing a great job so far of keeping pace with Mrs. Moose, but keeping pace not good enough. She's going to have to make up time somewhere.
Will it be here on the Crazy Sweeper? Lorie Beth's fitness level put to the test, and with every muscle fiber of her being, she's going for it.
Oh, God!
Brief pause, and on the move once again.
Oh, God!
Johnny, the noodles seem to be spooking her.
Oh, God!
Oh. Couldn't have said it better myself, Jill. She took a hard hit from the Crazy Sweeper there.
But she's recovered and already going forward again. She has no margin of error at this point.
Come on, Lorie! Woo! I gotta catch my breath!
She doesn't have time to catch her breath. She is on the move again. If she makes it clean now, though, she'll have almost 2 minutes to complete the foamy turntable.
Go, go, go! Woo!
Yes!
Yes!
Yes, indeed. With only one wipeout on the Crazy Sweeper, she made up tons of time.
Oh, God!
Yeah, John doesn't look enthused, though, about the foamy turntable.
Oh, God!
Nonetheless, head first she goes.
Good job! Good job! No! I can't, man!
She says she can't, but she has to because that clock will not stop ticking. Oh! Goes for it and falls hard into the water.
Spun right off the turntable. That's one of the most bizarre wipeouts I've seen.
Oh, God! Woo!
All right, making a leap for it now. Just under 40 seconds left on the clock.
I can!
Yes, you can!
Yeah, I can!
Short on confidence, short on time. Less than 30 seconds to go.
I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry.
Come on, Lorie. Come on, sweet girl. You're running out of time. Let's go.
She needs to jump sooner. She won't make it. Is she gonna go for it?
Go!
Okay, bye.
Good job.
Can she do it? Can she make the jump? She goes for it. Oh, and with that, their hopes are dashed, and she uses what energy she has left to swim over to Brian.
It's okay. It's okay.
I'm sorry.
So, Mr. and Mrs. Moose, Shane and Sally Harris are your Wipeout Couples Champions.
You just won Wipeout.
Well, that's going to do it for us, but please join us next week, as always, when we have 24 new contestants who will take on some crazy new obstacles. Until then, America, I'm John Henderson.
And for Jill Wagner, I'm John Henson saying good night and big balls.
Whoa. Oh.
Let's go, Roman.